Jobs back.
Some CDC workers who were let go in the federal job cuts got an email saying that they were clear to return to work. There has been intense public pressure from Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock to keep CDC fully staffed. On the Senate floor last month, he said this:
"Where in the world would we be without the CDC?"
Some of the workers who were reinstated were young scientists at local health departments and lab workers who help on investigations when it comes to public health threats. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A couple faces child abuse charges in Paulding County. Andrea and Wesley Thomas are charged with battery and cruelty. The investigation started after reports from a school about possible abuse against a student while the child was not at school. The Paulding County Child Advocacy Center interviewed suspected victims but did not say how many. They are not commenting on the relationship between the suspects and the victims. It's already spring break time for some colleges, and the TSA is expecting a busy spring break travel season this year. The TSA predicts the peak travel period will be from tomorrow through the 24th of the month. It is now 3:03, and the Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, right now we're dealing with this traffic red alert in Hall County, the Oakwood area. They're making progress, but all lanes remain shut down. 985 northbound, Highway 53, exit 16. Traffic being forced off right at exit 17. That takes you up Highway 13 and puts you right back on 985. Again, Highway 13, Thurman, Tanner Parkway, some good alternates there. In DeKalb County, we're dealing with this crash. 285 eastbound, the outer loop at I-675. Just a left lane is open where 675 north ramps into 285 east, so delays filling in there. And they're wrapping up that construction in the Buckhead area, 400 southbound, the rent to I-85 southbound. Been in the left lane, but they are starting to pick up the barrels. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Mostly cloudy and breezy today, high 62, wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. An isolated light rain shower possible this afternoon into this evening. Clearing out tonight, temperatures falling to the mid-30s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high 55.
53 in Douglasville, 55 in Lilburn, and 60 in Eagles Landing. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, hour one of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
Do we ever know what happened to that big gob of spit on Trump's arm last night?
Was there, you know what, at one point...
a big gob of spit on his left arm. Did you?
You know what, I actually watched it this morning when I was doing my show prep, and so every once in a while I was just listening, I was looking down, and at one point I thought there was something that registered in my mind, spittle. And I immediately looked at it as there something on the lips? And there weren't, so I thought that I would, but maybe I just sort of saw something that did I see him like spit it down and then I missed it. Is
That's
that what
exactly
happened?
what happened. At one moment he just said something, he spit and landed on his arm.
The most beautiful loogie that any president has ever hawked to it up. It went over my arm, it arced beautifully, landed on the sleeve, scooped it up, and it's for sale.
It's like an Olympian.
It's meme spit. Trump meme spit a little bit of my DNA on every single piece of whatever it's
And that's available now? Is that available now?
Get it now before it's gone.
Okay.
How much does it cost?
Right now you can get it for $199. It's framed.
Come with a certificate of authentication.
Authenticity. You love the wordplay. Eric loves the wordplay, doesn't he?
Bravo, Trumpy.
Even Pocahontas is laughing.
Before we get to my thoughts about the speech, in a few minutes I want to bring in Shelley because he's beaming, and so it was a good night for Trump, I believe. I'll spoil it with that before I get to my commentary. I think it was a good night for Trump, but there's a couple of moments, and this is apropos to nothing. I know it's just my personal weirdness when watching the speech. There's a couple of just little moments that I just found just sometimes Trump puts words together in such a way that just makes me laugh, even though it's not a punchline or whatever. So 17.
I love you too.
I love you too.
I love you too.
And what's interesting, they both end with 2. This is the other one.
The United States should have it too.
The United States should have
Wait,
it
just the beginning of that.
The United States should have it too.
That's his lizard people. He's the Illuminati. He's coming out.
That explains the spit. I'm a slee stack. You remember the slee stack?
Oh,
Land of the Lost.
it was quite wonderful.
Beautiful
Who knew
show.
a waterfall could take you into the past?
Well, the kid, one name, Wesley.
Let's do that again, because you're right. At the very beginning, all of his, he goes like he's got the thing going, and then it ends it with that. It switches in the middle, and
That's
then
right.
two.
He remembers to go back to his human voice.
The United States should have it too.
Should have it
The
too.
United States should have it too.
Especially in
Alabama.
You said that.
Alabama. Sweet home Alabama.
Alabama.
there's a little R at the end of that.
Alabama.
Alabama. We love Alabama.
Love Alabama. Decatur.
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 So while everybody else was following the policies, I was just merely getting hung up on words and
Decatur.
phrase.
I love you too.
At this point, that's the stuff you can laugh at. It's like,
Yes.
big picture, I don't know. Could be trouble, could be not. I don't know. We'll see. And then it's like,
We're here to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. But I will tell you this. I'm just going to be honest with you, and this is objective. Are you sitting outside of a helicopter? I know you're in your car. But
It's
is there
raining.
a
It's
helicopter?
raining.
It's raining again, said the great Supertramp.
It's raining again. I'm sorry. I didn't
That's
think
all
you
right.
could hear it.
Can you switch your mic off while I'm
While you're making it. Here, let me know anytime you're going to make a big point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
And-
not saying I don't want to oversell it. I don't think it's going to be that big of a point. I just if I was
You
going
just
to
want no background.
Well, I just
helicopter
feel
sound?
like if I had rain in the background, maybe I should read a poem or something.
Do it in poem format.
Oh,
You're
so
reading the sonnets.
Are you challenging me?
There you go.
Yes. This is my sonnet about
The beautiful blonde-haired boy.
he just needs to get married.
Have some kids.
You know, in that number 18 sonnet, Shakespeare basically at the end says, "You're beautiful. I know you're beautiful. You're a sexy looking, but God gave you the wrong parts, so I guess somebody else gets to enjoy you." That's basically what happens
Wow.
there. Yeah. So,
Well,
Eh?
you can always practice.
yeah, just go to a hardware store. You can actually get some things.
I love you too.
I love you too.
My point is
Bye.
that no, you're there. You're listening. You're just cutting the rain out because you want to listen to Eric Von Hessler and become informed and enlightened, of course, like everyone else. Objectively speaking, I'm not talking about anything that you believe about one policy or another policy. I think that was a masterclass. I don't know who's writing for him now that wasn't writing for him before, but he knew that the Democrats were going to sit on their hands and do their little things, and they did a great job of sort of putting them in a corner where they just couldn't look good. And you could tell they kind of came in with a lot of like enthusiasm, but by the middle of the speech, you could tell that they were just deflated because they were just in a corner and they could not get out of it, and they end up looking like sort of petulant teenagers with the things in their hands.
The signs were so uncreative.
Yeah. False. What was the other one?
Elon's wrong or whatever it said about Elon. It was
And the whole Save Medicaid, Medicare. We can see what can happen. In Trump's rhetoric since 2015, he's always said that save Medicaid, save Medicare. Which one is it? Is it Medicare? Oh no, save Social Security. Social Security's going belly up in like 2034 or something.
And
What are you talking about? Save Social Security. It's going starting in like 2036. We owe more than we have. Like, what are you talking about? Save it. You've been there. These politicians, especially in the House of Representatives, Senate too, they just keep getting reelected and reelected and reelected. A lot of those people have been there for 25, 30 years. Talk to me about Save Social Security. It's under your leadership for the last 25 or 30 years that we look up and see that Social Security's broke in the middle of the 2030s. What the hell are you talking about? It was your job back in 2010 and 2005 and 2000 and 1995 to set up Social Security so that in 2025 nobody had to worry about. But you didn't do that. You raided it so that you can get a bridge back home and get reelected. Okay, so what are you talking about? Save Social Security, save Medicare, save Medicaid, any of these things. You know, how about don't spend all of this ridiculous amounts of money for these things that they're finding out right now? Maybe that helps with fundamental things.
Replacement for otter nipples in the Northwest Territory of Canada.
What country was it got mad at him? Because I don't know if we have this one, but where he was like, what was he saying? He was saying,
African country.
It was an LGBTQ program, whatever. For what was the country?
It's the country within
Lesotho?
South Africa. Yeah,
it's
in the country within South Africa. Yeah.
Lesotho. A country nobody's ever heard of. And now they're pissed off.
$40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of.
I don't know, and I'll tell you something else. I've never seen a use of the guest in the gallery better. I mean, if you were not shedding tears in the midst of that whole thing with the kid who has cancer, who wants to be a cop, and then they put him on the Secret Service squad, and I was surprised Trump didn't make a little joke there.
The child was very, very surprised by that.
And he was surprised.
Emotional.
That's the show business part of Trump understanding a TV show. That part, the part with the soldier, the kid who lost his soldier father and wants to get into West Point, and then announcing right there, guess what? You've been accepted. I mean, so there's the. When I say a master class, I'm not, listen, you can agree or disagree with any individual policies. I'm just talking about the presentation itself. Usually the people in the gallery, not always, but quite often, it's kind of awkward when the president's talking to them and doing things. This was really, really done well. And so I've never seen that part done that well. I love the fact that Melania just does whatever the hell Melania wants to do. There was one part where everybody was standing up and applauding, and Melania was sitting down.
No.
I just absolutely, this was a long-standing thing that was going on. And she was
It's
like,
too much. Standing, sitting.
Yeah, dial it back, huh?
New York is where I'd rather stay.
Well,
I get allergic.
Smelling hay.
She gets allergic smelling hay.
I just adore a penthouse golden toilet.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, city life.
Washington, D.C., we are here.
We are there. That's beautiful. Arnold the pig right here. Look at him. Oh, no, that's J.D. I kid. I kid.
So, that's what I think that Al Green, let's talk about that. That happened very early. He stood up and protested you.
I love his work. Let's get it on. Sexy, right? Sexy. Last night, not very sexy.
It's not the same Al Green.
Well, either way, it wasn't sexy.
So do you have some of that where he stands? Because he really wasn't mic'd very well. It was very difficult. Because at first when he started yelling, I think everybody started chanting USA to overwhelm him, so I couldn't hear what he was talking about then. Then after that, he didn't have a mic. So I don't know what he was saying. But go ahead. Here's that.
Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order.
Now, I do want to say, I think that they were tipped off that Al Green was going to do this, and it was very, very smart that Trump just stood back, let the whole thing go down. I was very surprised. His only moment of weakness was Pocahontas, and she laughed. I was very surprised that he didn't get sucked into that. But I do want to take a moment to say, all right, Al Green obviously does not like this president, and he wanted to register his protest. But I'm glad that at the point where push came to shove, there was no need to shove. He just picked up his coat. He walked out slowly, but he walked out, and there had to be some Democrats there that thought it would have made great sort of pictures if, an old black representative was violently removed from Trump's speech. And so I appreciate Al Green doesn't like the president. He did his thing, but then he also, picked up his coat and kind of scooched out when the time was to do that. And because I thought, wow, this could really, 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 like, what do you do? It's not like the Super Bowl where you can just go to a commercial.
Right.
What
it
do
was
you do?
early, too.
Like, yeah, it was like, what if this is, and I thought, is this one of those things where, because sometimes it's a way of protesting speeches that you throw one person out and then, so there's like 8 people in the crowd.
I thought it was going to
devolve
devolve
into So like 5
into that.
minutes later, somebody else does it, then somebody else does it. And I thought this could really be an S show all the way around. So I appreciate that. He doesn't like the president. He stood up. He did his thing. Was it rude? Yes. But if you think that it's rude, then you have to say Marjorie Taylor Greene was rude. But which is difficult to do because probably you agreed with what Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying, and you don't agree.
What did I say? I forget.
Well, no, I don't want to make jokes because it was about Laken Riley. It was.
That's right. And I was wearing that cool outfit.
Yeah. So, if one was rude, the other was rude. But I'm just glad it didn't devolve further than it did.
I'm starting to feel like British Parliament a little bit there.
It was a real worry watching it live, thinking, "Oh my God, this is what this whole thing is going to be."
I thought,
but
maybe.
then other people just got up and quietly left.
And we'll bring in Shelley in a little bit later. Shelley and I were talking about this, because I noticed this and he noticed it. Over on the Democrat side, you can tell like the 3 Democrats who are worried about being reelected, like they must be in red districts or something, because they were so easy to spot. There were 2, and then there was 1 in front, and there's like these are the only Democrats standing up and applauding. It's like, oh, they probably won't be there long. They're worried about something, but it was a masterful job, and so we'll find out if I know what I'm talking about here. This is just gut instinct. I know there is some early polling, which is positive for the speech.
Yeah, the flash polls really are popping.
But I mean,
for
even
him.
over the next couple of days when we get more solid, polling on it, my guess is not only is it going to, it was a home run from the point of view of just presentation. It was a home run, and we'll see how good my political instincts are. My guess is you're going to see a bump in his actual overall number. Now, that might not last very long. Who knows? Next week he'll show up, say something, piss a few people off. I don't know. But I think that with that speech last night, he's been kind of hanging at 47, 48%. I wouldn't surprise for there to be a moment after that speech where he gets into the 52s, something like that. Because it was just, it was masterful theater. It was masterful political theater. And when compared to the guy who did the last one, and by the way, remember, Biden had a good night.
He was juiced
that
up.
night because he was just like, he had all this energy from who knows where.
They shot me up with all that good stuff. American economy's never been as good as it is. That's because of us.
So maybe that's not the right comparison. Maybe I should say compare the person who gave that speech last night to the person who was in the first debate with Trump. And there's such a different, you just feel like there's agency there. Now, I'm trying to talk to everybody here. I think that what I'm saying, you should be able to agree with, even if you don't like the president and don't like his policies. These speeches are either done well or they're not done well. I think this is maybe the best one I've ever seen. It didn't even seem particularly long to me. Like, I never got bored. It never seemed to kind of go over the same ground again. And
there weren't repetitive issues brought up. He kept bringing up new issues, and a lot of times in the State of the Union speech, again, no, it's not State of the Union, but joint speech to Congress.
Yeah, by any other name, it's the State of the Union.
It's the same thing.
He started off basically by proclaiming the State of the Union as we're back. So it's basically the same thing.
Oftentimes, and with Biden especially, he would circle back to something he brought up earlier in the speech.
Yeah.
And with Trump, I don't think at any point he circled back to something he brought up earlier in the speech.
I think the problem for the
How'd that work out for you?
That was a great moment. I don't know if we don't have that one. He basically got into the lawfare and all of that, and then turns to the Democrats. How did that work out for you? It'll be. I think that he did a good job mentioning twice on the economy with the tariffs that might be rough for might be rough for a little bit.
A little bit. Bear with me,
Bear with me. You might have to bear with me a little bit.
Grow something other than soy.
To our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you too.
Have a lot of fun.
Have a lot of fun going broke when you lose all your subsidy.
Also, and I guess overall, as an overall thing, what I want to say, because I think Democrats can learn from this if they will allow themselves to learn from it. But one main difference, and the reason I think this is going to go over very well with the American people, with the Democrats sitting on their hands, it's not as if every issue in identity politics isn't something that should have been looked at. Like American people just thought things just went way, way too far, ridiculous. But the problem with identity politics is you're quite often just bitching.
Yeah.
And the answer is always, well, we have to like somehow reverse history and all of this stuff that just seems impossible to people. Whereas MAGA certainly does their share of bitching. But in speeches like this, there's an aspirational nature to it. We have goals. We can achieve the things that we want to achieve. And the average lifespan is only 75 to 85 years? People aren't here all that long. They want to feel like they can pursue their dreams. And by the way, I'm only commenting on the rhetoric. None of us knows if these policies economically are actually going to work or not. I'm just talking about a speech and the rhetoric and how you connect with the American people. The American people will never get enough of if you try hard enough, something good's going to happen. And the American people can be open to grievances, but not for years and years and years and years and years and years. The American people understand there are no time machines. We can't go back to the past and change the past. If you want to reform things, you do that from this moment forward. You don't somehow, and you can't apologize for your past again and again and again. There's a time and a place for it, and when there's a time and a place for it, I think for the most part the American people are there. But they don't want to wallow in the perceived horribleness of the entire history of the country. Politically speaking, there was a little moment there where you got elected with that, but that's not going to last. There will always be an audience for Lee Greenwood to sing "Proud to be an American." And you have to understand there's a reason for that. The song is aspirational. And that's what Democrats could learn. With your own policies, with your own worldview, you have got to find a politician who can bundle that up into a message that is positive and aspirational. And where you feel like the government is saying, yeah, go for it, man. You can do it. Go for it. As opposed to a whole bunch of people in this country feeling like they're supposed to walk around apologizing a lot of times for a time in this country where they were not born. They had nothing to do with it. You can say, well, you were born into privilege. Guess what? No one had anything to do with that either. You should try to appeal to the best angels of people's nature. Is that the way to put it? Is that what Lincoln said? The best angels of your nature?
The better angels of our nature.
Yeah. That's what you should try to do in political rhetoric. And I'm not talking about any individual policy. I'm talking about connecting with the American people. The Democrats can learn from what Trump did last night, although they hate him so much, I doubt they're going to allow themselves to, but they could.
Time changes, season changes. March is a busy month. Dave Baker here for Coolray. Now is the perfect time to get your heating and cooling system tuned up. Coolray will tune up your system for just $79 or get up to $2,250 in rebates on a new Carrier heating and cooling system that comes with the lifetime parts and labor warranty. Simply schedule your appointment online today at Coolray.com. Just pick the time and day that works best for you. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Hey folks, it's Scott Slade, and I'm excited to partner with Virtual Imaging. This is now part of my proactive health plan. Heart disease runs in my family. I've been touched by it too. You need to know they offer one of the most advanced CT screening technologies in the Southeast. Low-dose radiation and very safe, similar to flying in an airplane. 98% accurate images of your arteries, and they can detect the most minute cancer cells at the earliest stage. And the new scan can now also get a clear picture of your brain. This is new. So if you have any concerns about dementia or stroke, it'll give you a clear understanding of the possibility. I have a special offer and invitation for you. If you call Virtual Imaging today, you and your spouse will receive a free heart scan. Now a free heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. Just call 770-730-0119. That's 770-730-0119. Or visit their website to schedule a free heart scan at virtualimagingatl.com. Do it now for you and then for your loved ones.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. With thousands of 5-star reviews, you can trust us to bring happiness home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
If you've been thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can sell your home fast and for more than you expect. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. One of the most stressful things about selling your home is not being able to control the timing. Mark Spain Real Estate allows you to receive an all-cash offer on your home and close in as little as 21 days. Hassle-free, guaranteed. Trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we know that convenience is key. That's why we've made mattress shopping simple and stress-free. Shop in-store or online, whatever works best for you. No high-pressure sales tactics or fake promotions. Our prices are clearly marked, and we openly compare our products to other brands. With our streamlined selection, you won't be overwhelmed by duplicate options, and our 365-day comfort policy provides for peace of mind. Experience the ease of buying factory direct. Visit OMF today for better sleep tonight.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Some fired CDC workers are getting their jobs back after public pressure from Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock. He went to the Senate floor last month to defend the life-saving work they do at the Atlanta-based CDC.
Where in the world would we be without the CDC?
Warnock says today's announcement is welcome relief, but he says until all fired CDC employees are restored, our country's public health and national security will continue to be at risk. The Trump administration is planning to cut up to 80,000 workers from the Department of Veterans Affairs. DOGE is planning to help restructure the VA and resize its workforce. The department aims to reduce its workforce to 2019 levels. The state Senate votes tomorrow on a bill that would pull funding from public schools in Georgia that push diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
Our public universities should be placed places of rigorous debate and intellectual diversity, merit-based opportunities, not institutions that push political agendas with taxpayer funding.
Senator Marty Harbin is the bill's sponsor, but opponents say the legislation will set back efforts to bring equality to education. New dorms are coming to Georgia Tech for the first time in 50 years after ground is broken today.
The Curran Street Residence Hall will be 8 stories and 191,000 square feet when it opens in fall 2026. The university's Jenny Cotton says it's a vital piece in the university's plan to grow its first-year class.
It's going to house 862 first-year students at Georgia Tech, which is exciting because it really speaks to the growth and expansion that's rapidly happening across campus.
It'll give students a traditional experience with shared rooms and hall bathrooms. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
Now, WSB Money Update. Stocks making up some of the losses to start the week after President Trump announces today an exemption for U.S. automakers related to tariffs. The Dow surging up over 500 points at this hour. The S&P and NASDAQ both up more than 1%. With 30 minutes to go in the trading day. It is now 3:32, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, watching a crash on the jam cam right now. Southside perimeter, right lane taken out, 285 eastbound. The outer loop approaching Moreland Avenue, exit 53. That's slow in the ride back toward I-75. Better news in Oakwood up in Hall County. Earlier red alert crash is cleared. All lanes are now open. 985 northbound, Highway 53, exit 16. Watching the brake lights fill in through downtown. Already slow from the 85-400 merge as you head south into Midtown. Brake lights continue 75-85 south from 17th Street down to I-20. Northbound on and off the brakes leaving University Avenue. Braking free before you get to 10th Street in Midtown. That's exit 250. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Mostly cloudy, breezy today, high 62, wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. A few isolated light rain showers possible this afternoon, drying out for tonight but turning chilly. Morning lows in the mid-30s. Tomorrow, sunshine, highs in the mid-50s.
55 right now in Fayetteville. It's 57 in Lawrenceville and 52 in Ackworth. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
How easy is it to save energy and money in 30 seconds? Let's count the ways. Power down unused devices. Swap out traditional bulbs for LEDs. Adjust your thermostat for the season. Change your air filter. Move furniture away from your vents. And turn off the lights when you leave a room. Georgia Power's more than just your power company. We're your saving sidekick. Get started at georgiapower.com/energy efficiency today. Ready, set, save.
Hey, it's Scott Slade from My Roofer, FGA Roofing, and I'm thrilled to hear the FGA Roofing is Tim Andrews' roofer.
My FGA roofing story is very simple. We needed repairs to our roof. And I said, hey, I'm going to call Scott Slade's roofer. FGA Roofing came out, and within 15 to 20 minutes, they had everything identified that needed to be done, and they came back about a week later and knocked it out very quickly.
Quality work is what you get with FGA Roofing, whether you're going for repairs or if you're ready for your home's exterior for a real upgrade. The architectural shingles, the designer roofs, I mean, these are real envy points with your neighbors. They'll be stopping you on the street going, hey, who did that?
Hey, you know what? After the repair, one of the neighbors down the street, who I never even met before, came up and said, who did that? So when I am in the market for a new roof, I know who I'm going to call. FGA Roofing.
Absolutely. You know, designer roofs, catching your eye, this is where you need to go. Slate, tile, wood shake, and for a limited time, FGA Roofing is offering $1,000 off your final quote if you mention Scott Slade or Tim Andrews.
That's awesome.
Just search FGA Roofing.
Home improvement projects can be a stressful guessing game. Trust the Plus. Painting Plus, the highest level of communication. The Plus means siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and of course, painting.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus and the Plus family of businesses. We'll make you comfortable and keep you informed with every step of your project.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus, siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
All right. All right, so we do have our friend Shelley Winter in with us. And I don't know if you know this about Shelley. He's rather fond of the President of the United States. He is what we might call MAGA. Like you wear it proudly.
Oh, Black MAGA.
I thought you were liberal.
No, let's not go black MAGA.
Black MAGA, white MAGA, it's all MAGA.
I didn't hear what he said.
It's all MAGA.
Don't get caught up in the colors. I got to say, last night, one of the problems the Democrats have, I feel like, is you need a scorecard to figure out what their protests are. It's like, okay, someone wearing pink, honey, what's that? Can you what's the pink message? And then someone wearing black. What are they? Okay, some are only wearing. I'm confused. Do we have the scorecard for?
Some walked out as the speech was going on. Why did they walk out?
Yeah.
Why did these people do
Yeah. What color was that outrage attached to? I can't keep up with this.
That's what happens when Trump just empties the gun
in 40 days on everything. It
Yeah.
forces you to dance around and protest everything.
We've
without
done more
paying
in
attention.
40 days in the last 400 years of our country.
We've done more in 40 days than Noah.
Noah did in 40.
And Noah's a great man. Do we love you, love? Do we love Noah?
We went 2 by 2, man and woman. 2 jets. Put him on the boat.
He's winning in a way that I feel like just goes right past the media. Ronald Reagan had this ability to just go right over the media and to the people. And I'm assuming you really liked what you saw last night. I believe that it was a home run. It was a masterclass. I'm not saying on any individual policy. I'm just saying presentation of basically a State of the Union speech. I think that it will. I think the polling will look good. We'll see what my instincts are. I think the polling will look good over the next couple of days, and I think it will be so good it will actually drag him into the lower 50s. I think by next week he'll probably be at like 51, 52. Now, who knows what the hell he's going to say tomorrow? Right. But as a fallout of this speech. So as a MAGA man who believed all the way along, as you're watching last night, give me some of your thoughts.
My thing was the speech was the speech. You could have really defined that speech as a rally speech. I've heard that speech before. You know what I mean? And so for me, I think the success of this speech is what you said in your first segment. It was a masterclass in manipulation of the people that hate your guts. And I think that's what made the speech memorable. It wasn't necessarily so much as what he said. It was the response from the opposition. And according to everybody, I watched MSNBC, I watched CNN, I watched them all. And the Democrats are eating their own right now. Simone Sanders said the Democrats would not win the midterms. Michael Steele said the cards look like bingo cards. David Axelrod
So
said,
they're agreeing with exactly what we're saying.
absolutely,
Right, yeah.
absolutely. And that's my point. That's
yeah.
my point. So I think the greatness of this speech was he did human interest stories mixed in with the policy that he knew the Democrats were not going to stand and cheer on anything. And it's hard to...
He even made the joke, basically, I could cure cancer.
Right. And
the way
then he went on to
delivered it-
prove that.
Yeah.
He set it up in the beginning and went on to prove it.
Yeah, now you and I have a little bit... I'm not disagreeing with you here. I'm just saying, for me, I don't know that I've seen enough evidence because there's only one feed, right? No matter what you're watching it from. And I don't know who controls that feed. Is that Congress that controls that feed?
I have no idea. I've been trying to find out all
Yeah.
day because I'm wondering, why didn't you cut to the Democrats?
It seemed like it was
Elon was controlling that feed.
And their AI was.
So I felt like I thought there was a lot of times where it was almost kind of a protecting of the look by not showing the Democrats when Republicans were standing up for things that everybody would agree you should stand up for, like the little child with cancer who is wants to be a cop, and then they make him a member of the Secret Service, and his eyes lighting up like that. Now you say the Democrats did not stand. Now as I recall, I thought while that was going on, they're protecting the Democrats by not showing them, but I didn't see them. Go ahead.
Here's how I look at it. I saw some stills, and the one still I saw was Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and you can see her. She's got, resting, face going on, no clapping, anything. And the woman behind her, you
She's
can
getting
see,
older. There could have been an accident. Maybe
Right,
sometimes you don't
maybe,
want to
maybe.
stand up.
But then if you listen to the sound, and you guys have the sound, you could tell it's one side clapping.
All right, let's hear this.
Making noise. Like if in a full room of people yelling and screaming, it sounds totally different than what we're going to hear.
And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
That's definitely
one
half the
side.
room. Yeah, you're right.
That's half a room.
All right, so I'll
So then maybe they clap lightly, you know what I mean?
Right.
But the point is that had they stood...
That shouldn't have been a hard one.
That should not have been
should
hard.
not have been a hard
And had
one.
they stood and did clap, the feed would have gone to them.
Yeah.
Because it would have shown
Yeah,
the
you're
whole
probably right.
room opening, clapping.
You're probably right, and that's the problem. That is really the problem the Democrats have found themselves in. It is whether you like Trump or not, he did win the popular vote. He did win the Electoral College. You're trying to get those people back, and the way that you've been trying to reach out to those people has been a failure.
Absolutely.
Over the last few years, and that one should not have been difficult.
Right.
How do you not stand up for a little kid who was told that he had 5 months to live? That was 6 years ago. Right. He's dressed in a police uniform 13 years old, and then that special moment happens, and we don't know what the health of this child is. We don't know. Hopefully, he lives until he's 85, 90 years old. But, I mean, there's a chance maybe that doesn't happen, too. So how is that difficult?
There's another
That shouldn't be difficult. They got it. The hatred of Trump, they're being blinded by it.
Yep.
That's what's happening.
I will tell you, and I know you said no color stuff, I know, but another element to this that is really the optics of it is that was an African-American dad and an African-American child.
Yeah.
And the Democrats have 92% voter base is African-American. So that optics you've thrown
What are
away.
the odds that African Americans watching that weren't like, oh, that kid? You know, like, oh, what are the odds that the average person sitting at home is
Did not
like,
cry.
I'm glad you're not standing for There's just no
Exactly
win
right.
in it.
Exactly
It's just petulance. There's no, because you're supposed to be a politician. Your job is to win. As a party, your job is to win. And they seem to have forgotten that.
Yep.
There's a difference between protesters, advocates, and actually elected politicians.
Absolutely.
You have worldviews that you may be representing the people who are the activists, but you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be doing your job.
Absolutely.
And showing America by leadership, how they should maybe do things.
Quinnipiac just dropped a poll this morning that said 68% of Americans disapprove of the job Democrats are doing. Now, that means that they're looking at them, because they know they're not in power, but they're looking at them and looking at their actions, looking at the way they're protesting and screaming and yelling, and they're saying, no, that's not what I elected you to do. No one elected Al Green to stand up there and wave his cane. And what optics is that? An 80-year-old waving a cane at the president.
It kind of says,
it just says everything about the Democrat Party that everyone's been saying for the last 5 years.
And it's making the guy who's 78 up there on the look like the kid.
Yeah, seriously. He looks like a kid, a child up there.
Right.
So, I
get off my lawn.
I do wonder, and Trump said a couple of times, and this is very true, because I'm not an economist. In order for this tariff thing to work, and I think I'm pretty dialed in on what his thinking is, because he just thinks that the countries that need our customers cannot rough it out like we can, right? So his thing with tariffs is either, he even said a couple of times, you might have to bear with me for a while. It might get rough for a while. And that's true. It seems to me the only way that can work is it's rough for a while. But a while can't be more than 6 months.
No, a while can't be 26 in October of 2026. It can't be.
It's got to be something where, but he's doubling down, because when they come back and say, well, we're going to match your tariff, every time he does, he's like, well, we're going to double it.
Right.
And the reason is to put more and more pressure on these smaller countries and say, we're a huge country. As long as I'm a president that can put up with a few polls that say that I'm dropping in my numbers, that's all that has to happen on this side. You can't handle it. There's no way you can go as far as the United States in absorbing all of this. But will it play out the way? That's the way it can be successful.
And what happens when he says to a country, oh, by the way, we give you about $13 billion a year in security aid. We're going to pull that back as well.
Yeah, exactly.
We have that chip. I was watching Peter Navarro on CNN, and he was talking about the tariffs coming from other countries. And he said a BMW, basically, that comes from Germany, comes to us at the cost of about $40,000. A $50,000 Cadillac goes to Germany for $60,000. Right. And so he's saying it's hurting us. These tariffs, their tariffs on us are hurting us, and we're not saying anything, and we haven't said anything in decades.
Now, we're in agreement, but if tariffs go on for a year and a half, the thing that everybody's saying is true.
Absolutely, we're done.
The only reason I say
to
be skeptical is that all of the media has jumped to that's definitely going to happen. Well, maybe it will, but hold the media responsible if we get 8, 9, 10 months down the line and it's not happening too.
Yep.
Because we've seen this kind of hysteria.
The guy
before.
that needs to be worried most about tariffs is J.D. Vance, because he's going to run in 2028.
That's right.
He's the guy that should be worried.
That's right. Well, Shelley Winter, thank you
to
very
talk
much.
to you guys.
Always good to talk to you.
Sitting right outside listening.
He'll be on at 7 p.m. this evening. Basketball willing.
Stay connected to Atlanta's news, weather, and traffic with the 95.5 WSB app. Listen to Atlanta's morning news. EVH, Eric Erickson, Mark Aram, and Shelley Winter. No matter where you go, 95.5 WSB and the WSB app. Download it today or find us in the iHeart and Odyssey apps.
Visit my friends at Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort. This is Scott Slade. They specialize in exquisite handcrafted fine jewelry and natural mined diamonds, never mass-produced. It's where I've been doing business for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
Thanks for calling Reliable Heating and Air. This is Steve. How can I help you?
Hi, I know it's late, but my furnace just died on us.
Don't worry at all. We have over 300 technicians throughout Metro Atlanta and Macon, so we can get to furnaces fast.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like you have a reliable protection plan.
Yeah.
Perfect. This service call is no charge, and so's the repair.
Thank you so much.
Get fast and fair price furnace repair. Go to ReliableAir.com.
Reliable air is always just right.
See this garage door? I gotta be honest with you. It's ugly. I mean, successful, attractive homeowner like you, it's time to move on. This is not the garage door your parents thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. And that ain't true with everything in life, don't get me wrong. I mean, honey, if you're listening, you can't divorce me just because I'm no longer the handsome stud you married. But your garage door? The neighbors all think you can totally do better. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Let us show you how many sexy new alternatives there are. Just waiting for someone like you. You swipe right on a beautiful new design, we install everything in a lovely ceremony, and you and your new garage door live happily ever after. For better, not worse. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come make it right. Maybe I should pick up some flowers on the way home.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
EMC Security.
Meet EMC Security's hero of the home.
After some break-ins in my neighborhood, it got me thinking about my family's security. A friend recommended EMC Security, so I called them. Now I have peace of mind that my family is safe without having to sign a long-term contract.
Way to go, Sarah. Be the hero of your home with no contracts, fast and reliable monitoring, and rates as low as $16.95.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
House Republicans are working every day to secure the southern border, end government waste, and bring down the rising cost of living that is hurting every one of us. Y'all, I'm Congressman Mike Collins, and I won't let off the gas until we fix our country and put American interest first. And follow along at collins.house.gov, because we have a lot of work to get done, and I want you involved.
Paid for with official funds from the Office of Representative Mike Collins.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 888-471-3896. That's 888-471-3896. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
There we go.
Alex Chilton.
Alex Chilton.
That's right.
Big star. That's all we need is a love revolution. Easier said than done. You know, it's just as easy said as done. Done as said.
What?
Let's do this.
Word of the day.
Amphigory.
What was that word again?
Amphigory.
Ancillary?
Amphigory?
Alabama,
No trumpets this.
Amphigory.
It is. It's a noun. I bet you Autumn probably knew that. She's smart with the words.
Well,
It's a noun.
I do think it's a noun.
Well, now you know it's a noun, so you just can't take credit for it because you were told it was a noun. It is spelled Amphigory.
Amphigory.
And it is a nonsense verse, a rigmarole, it says here.
Oh, nice.
Which is meaningless despite possibly appearing to have meaning. Let's see if I can make. I'm actually going to use some of their example sentences to kind of bring it to life. Lewis Carroll's poem Jabberwocky is an amphigory that sounds like regular English until one examines its nonsense words in detail. So it's nonsense that sounds like English. That's
Amphigory.
There you go. Well, you're here to learn. Why is everybody? What's with the blank stares? We're here to learn. What do you want me to bring the word car?
I have questions. What about a run-on sentence? Would that be an
Amphigory?
No, that would be a run-on sentence.
That would be a run-on sentence. You answered your own question.
No, because amphigory is like one word.
Pompatus of love? Would that be considered?
Sure.
Whatever that word
Pompatus
is.
of love.
Right there. That's a great. That's a great one because I don't think that has any real meaning.
No,
right?
he made it up.
It's the Pompatus of love. That is a
Amphigory.
Thank you very much.
Does that count as us?
No,
getting the word
because Eric didn't use it.
Okay.
What, you saying that I didn't use the word amphigory?
Amphigory.
Now I did.
Amphigory.
Out of the way. Get it out of here. Go home to your mommies and cry.
The United States should have it too.
You got a, I don't know, quick open mic or something?
Oh, this lady loved the speech
Well,
last night.
I don't want people to tune in and think that we're just like,
No,
oh
I know.
my God.
No, there were a lot of.
Oh my God, your president was joking last night.
Just listen to how over the top she is.
It
about
was hard for me to keep my pants on.
She was very happy about this speech. Listen to her.
Wow, what an amazing night.
Oh, thank you. She talking about me?
Fire. How
Thank
could
you.
we have had this person who barely knew his name?
Yeah.
And now we
I know.
have
Now you got the Von Hessler
a
doctrine.
man
I know.
who is almost 80,
Oh,
who they've
come
torn
on.
down,
I'm
who
not-
they've
I'm
prosecuted,
60, but
who
that's
they
okay.
tried to kill, who is
Wait,
so
wait, whoa.
energetic and has accomplished already so much.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank
and I'm
you.
so
George, who's trying to kill me? This is information I'm not. Huh? She was talking to me, right? No? Huh?
It sounds like it.
Probably that Bert. Check over at the Bert show.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
Can you imagine Bert showing up? I go to my car after the show and he's standing there
Hit you with
waiting
a
for me.
pipe.
There's like all I see is like a cigarette smoke coming out of the shadow near the dumpster.
You just got birded.
What? The most unusual death of a radio host ever. As 4'11" Bert from the Bert Show took him out. What else do you have?
Got another open mic. This guy has got some ideas for word of the day here.
Von Hessler and crew. Love the show, but the word of the day story thing seems like such a chore and
It
is
is.
honestly really lame.
Yeah.
How about instead of just Eric, maybe everybody can try to use the word daily, and at the end of the week, whoever has the least uses gets some kind of like prank punishment, like a pie to the face or, fart
spanking.
spray in the
No,
car.
no, spanking.
or something, and then you
Pants
film it,
down.
put it on
Boom.
Instagram for
Or wiffle ball
laughs.
bat.
Yeah.
What
I
you
won't,
think?
Yeah, so
I
that's-
won't use it at all if we're getting spanked.
Yeah, I think that's what we need.
That's some
I-
impractical
you know what it is?
joking
The
like
person, and it's too bad the only girl is not here in the
Woman.
woman, the only lady is not here with us,
Boobs.
so she can't be part of it.
We know you have them. You're a female.
Yeah, pipe down, boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only context. Pipe down, boobs. Now it's too bad that she's not here for this, but I'm thinking that the person who uses the word less has got to. Yeah, you got to be stripped down. Maybe some sort of leather outfit, and then the host.
With like a zipper mask?
Yeah, and the host be doing the paddling. You know, it's gonna hurt me more than this hurts you. Well, maybe you should perhaps use the word of the day a little more often. Well,
The safe word of the day.
Bring out the gimp.
What? What is it again?
Gimp Slayton. Wake
I
him
can't
up.
understand you. What's the safe word?
Seems like she's having fun.
Yeah.
Pedal to the metal. what a ridiculous show.
I love these ideas where people want us to have impractical jokes on each other, where we're like hitting each other and doing these things. No offense to the open micer. It's nice that he left the open mic, but
No, I'm offended. Or I should say I want to offend. No, of course I don't. Great listener.
But I don't think pies to the face is something that you can really
Well, you gotta
portray
clean
on
up.
the radio.
And also, here's something that Hollywood didn't understand. The last time a pie to the face was actually funny, somewhere between 1954 and 1956.
It won't be that long before school gets out. And if you're thinking about buying a new home this summer, now is the time to get the ball rolling. This is Scott Slade. My friends at MyLand always recommend getting pre-approved before starting to shop for your next home. Make sure you know how much you can afford and have your financing ready to make an offer when you find your dream home. MyLand is who I recommend for all home financing needs, whether it's a second mortgage, cash out refinance, or purchase of a new home. They even have a great new product that allows you to qualify for an investment or rental property without personal income documents. Whatever type of mortgage you need, MyLand will close your loan fast without issues and headaches and make sure you have the best rate in town. Call MyLand, 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Online, it's myland.com. Spelled it M-I-L-E-N-D. NMLS and Georgia Mortgage Licensee 148769, located at 8995 West Side Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. MyLand is an equal housing lender.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, a much-anticipated vote comes tomorrow under the Gold Dome on a bill to go after schools pushing diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
The bill would pull state funding for any K-12 school, college, or university that pushes DEI initiatives. Democratic State Senator Nikki Merritt blasting the proposal.
It is an insult to the entire state of Georgia and the diversity that we enjoy.
But bill sponsor Senator Marty Harbin says DEI has gone beyond the intent.
They've become ideological filters that stifle free speech
enforcement of group identity over individual merit.
The Trump administration has also threatened to pull federal funding for schools that push DEI. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
And with Lent starting today, Pastor Jamal Bryant of New Birth Missionary Church in Stonecrest is calling on people not to shop at Target for the next 40 days. It's in response to the retailer's decision to revoke its DEI initiatives.
For America to operate with a blindfold as if we are in a post-racial society is absolutely delusional.
He says at the end of Lent, they'll decide if they want to continue the boycott for another 40 days. 54 degrees in Atlanta. How cold does it get tonight and how much of a warm-up tomorrow? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. This is all new at 4 o'clock as we approach springtime in Georgia. Be on the lookout for a certain type of hornet nest.
The yellow-legged hornet is a threat to Georgia's #1 industry, agriculture. State Ag Commissioner Tyler Harper says embryo nests could start showing up now as the queen starts laying eggs in the spring.
They threaten our honeybee and pollinator populations in our state.
He says it's critical that nests are destroyed. Embryo nests can be found in trees, shrubs, or other elevated locations. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A 7-year mystery is solved. Authorities in Colorado find a child safe after he was allegedly abducted by his mother in Atlanta.
The break in Abdul Aziz Khan's disappearance comes when a homeowner sees a couple entering his vacant home just outside of Denver. When police show up, they find the woman's actually Khan's mother, who's been on the run since 2017. Douglas County, Colorado Sheriff Darren Weekly says they're now working to reunite Khan with his father.
I had the privilege of meeting with the family in my office yesterday, and what I will tell you is there wasn't a dry eye in the room.
The two face a list of charges. Khan's case went viral after it was featured on Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries series. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
2 men in Walton County are accused of distributing child porn. The GBI's Child Exploitation and Computer Crimes Unit made the arrest in 2 separate investigations. 26-year-old William Grady Scott of Loganville is accused of distributing child sex abuse material over the internet using a messaging platform. And 18-year-old Samuel Berkovich of Monroe is accused of doing the same over social media. Both men are now charged with 3 counts of sexual exploitation of children. President Trump announces today U.S. automakers will get a 1-month reprieve from new tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico. CBS Money reporter Kelly O'Grady says the big 3 automakers were the driving force behind the pause.
The president spoke to the big 3 and this morning, and they said, look, we really need a pause. Not so much that this was a negotiation with Canada. In fact, the president posted on True Social that he spoke to Prime Minister Trudeau, and they just aren't doing enough when it comes to fentanyl.
Georgia Democratic Congresswoman Lucy McBath plans to run for governor in next year's race. She's filed paperwork to explore a run. By launching an exploratory committee, it allows her to start raising campaign cash. Governor Brian Kemp is in his final term. Attorney General Chris Carr is the only Republican to announce he's running in the 2026 race so far. Today is the last day you can submit a claim if you are affected by the 2021 Park Mobile data breach. The Atlanta-based parking app reached a more than $32 million settlement years after users' personal information was exposed. Georgians can claim up to $25 through the class action settlement. A federal judge is expected to give final approval for the settlement at a March 13th hearing in Atlanta. It is now 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic, and here is Alex Williams.
Still watching this crash on the south side perimeter. They're trying to get it, off to the right from the right lane, 285 eastbound, the outer loop just before Moreland Avenue. Exit number 53, you're slow back to I-75. The rest of 285 east and southbound, the inner loop, you're slow from Ashford Dunwoody Road over toward Peachtree Boulevard. Then the volume fills up again, leaving I-85 Spaghetti Junction, heading southbound into Clarkston. And just found new trouble in DeKalb County. Left lane blocked in both directions in Lithonia, 20 east and westbound, just west of Evans Mill Road. How are things through downtown and midtown, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, they are slow. 75-85 northbound. Those brake lights starting at Langford Parkway around the Grady Curve to Spring Street. Southbound rides are not any better. You're jamming before the downtown merge, getting to I-20. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. The clouds moving out for this evening, turning chilly as temperatures fall into the low to mid-30s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, high 55. Friday, mostly cloudy, morning lows in the 30s, daytime highs in the mid-60s.
52 right now in Sandy Springs, 54 in East Point, also 54 in Snellville at this hour. More news at 4:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
platforms. Hour 2 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. And we've done word of the day, so what else is there to do but this?
The story?
No. Oh!
I'm not going to do the next story.
You're not going to what?
Not do it.
Excuse me?
Come on, Eric. Tell us
Come
what's
on, Autumn.
happening.
Tell us what's not a half of it.
I'm not doing another chapter.
Oh, my goodness gracious. We have
I know, what a I know you guys are heartbroken.
She's walking out of the show right in the middle of the
But
speech. That's what's
I
happening.
just-
She's
I-
protesting.
I put together. I
hold
feel
on.
like I'm doing a great job for
USA,
someone who's
USA, USA,
Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach
USA.
of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the sergeant at arms to restore order to the joint session.
I'm gonna throw that chair out the window.
Get her out of here. Get her out of here. Go cry to your mommy.
Call
mama. Mama. Yes, of course we're gonna do the story a little bit later.
I feel disrespected.
A little bit later.
Unappreciated.
Yeah, but maybe you can't say you don't feel heard because you have to be able to hear us before you feel disrespected. So give us our due. You are feeling heard.
Can you feel heard? I guess you can.
Yeah, that's what people say. I feel as if I'm not being heard. Yeah. Well, maybe you should speak up. Yeah, be louder. Has anybody ever told you that? You whisper all the time. Of course you're
Take
not
the
heard.
Cotton out of your mouth, put it in your ears.
Yeah, or something, or out of your ears, or
Take a bush
anything. Just
and get a bird in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then lead it to water.
Yeah,
And
in the
make
car.
it drink. I don't want to hear about how you can't make it drink.
Yeah.
If you believe in yourself, you can make any horse drink once you've led it to water.
Wow.
That's what I believe. Thank you. Thank you. Am I a life coach or what?
Speaking of being heard, are you gonna Autumn? Are you flying in for the big employee appreciation breakfast on Friday?
I didn't know there was one.
For me to fly in.
What time do you got to be here for that?
Okay,
You're
I
here
got
at 9:30 to 11.
I got a dental appointment at 10 a.m. Kids, sorry.
Oh, so no employee appreciation.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna
breakfast.
throw $400 on a breakfast.
First of all, I'm just assuming that I'm appreciated. I better be. I don't need to be.
What kind of
here to be
breakfast is it
told.
gonna be?
You know what you got? What we got? We got some eggs and toast.
Warm Coke.
She'll get on the
Fruit
plane.
Loops.
If you tell her there's eggs.
Fruit
Loops. Actually, if
It's a
there's
continental breakfast. Stale toast.
Autumn
Here's
is
the waffle
Autumn
on
is Autumn is so poor that if there are eggs on the menu, she will get on a plane and make sure that she's here. She hasn't had an egg
Eggs.
in.
Yeah.
She hasn't had an
If
egg.
there's- Can I have a box? Is there a box for these eggs? Are you gonna take the rest of these home?
Yeah, can I? Yeah, can I?
I'm gonna fly with a bunch of leftover scrambled eggs.
In a sack.
Yeah, like you know what? No one has anything for me, so I get an empty trash can bag, and I just scoop all those weird, fluffy egg things in that bag.
Or no, this is what you do, and then you create. This is no one will even know. You create one of those pillows for your shoulder, your neck, when you're on the plane.
Made out of the
And it's just full of the scrambled fluffy eggs.
You could
And I put a straw, like one of those boba straws in there with the pointy. Pop it in, and
People next year are like, I think this lady keeps farting.
Nah,
nope, that's my
That's my that's my neck eggs. That's the name of today's show. Neck eggs.
neck eggs.
Let's get on it. Let's get a T-shirt. Come on, you know how we are. Get that merch rolling.
That's
I
right.
want a neck eggs
can't do the
coffee
T-shirt.
mug. Oh, why can't I do anything?
You need corporate approval.
I can't do anything.
See, if you come to the employee appreciation breakfast, Eric, you could bring up that concern and say,
All right,
"I would
I'll
like
tell
to
you
make
this.
a neck egg shirt."
I'll tell you this.
Neck eggs.
I will perhaps make a video that can be shown. And it will, matter of fact, we'll cut it right now. Just look right into here. George, you can cut it out. Say, hi, I'm Eric Von Haessler. I'm the host of the Von Haessler Doctrine. And then I'll pause because probably the people in the room will want to applaud for a long time. And,
Yeah, you have to be like, thank you, guys. Really,
thanks.
thank
you too. Yeah. And also, yeah, okay, great,
I
great.
see you.
All right,
Hi.
come on, let's bring it. Not for. Come on, we know, I know, and I feel appreciated, but we got a lot to get through today. So
You have to say something like, "They let you in here."
you're out of prison. Oh, good.
Oh,
good
Joe
to
in
see.
accounting, what's going on back there?
Hey. And then I'll just say, okay, now that we've all kind of calmed down, and I know you want me to know how much you love me. I get it, but we got things to do here, and I just want you to know that I'm not there. I'm not there with you, and the reason that I'm not there with you is because I don't want to be. But have a great time.
Breakfast.
And breakfast. Enjoy the sausage links. I hear they're if not the finest, up there. Not the worst. They're not the worst sausage links.
They're
so-
homemade from Josie. Josie sausage links.
Yeah, when Josie comes home, it's all good.
I stuff them myself.
Oh, you're Josie.
Yeah. It's ma'am.
I got it.
Thank you.
Known for her sausage.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah, my last name is Dean. I come from the Jimmy Dean line.
Oh, so you're like the 4th or 5th or 6th or something.
Huh?
Huh?
Uh-uh.
What?
No.
So?
Why didn't you acquire the company then? What happened, Josie?
They wouldn't let me.
Why not?
Well, it was
Attitude.
the prison term for one thing. But when I got out, I had a really good idea of how to make sausage
Mhm.
and put it into link or patty form.
Mm-hmm.
Or the solid.
Sure.
And sell it.
Yeah.
And it's some of the best, well, I can't say that word, sausage.
Yeah, and so what happened is they rejected your idea or something.
Yeah, they did.
Uh-huh.
And then I went on my own.
Uh-huh.
Got a little seed money. Did a Kickstarter.
By on your own, you don't mean that you, what does that mean, on your own? Did you, I guess what I'm asking is, everybody still alive now that was alive then?
Anyone that should be.
So,
All
is,
right.
so is radio
All right.
just your side hustle then, just working here?
What?
Boy.
Radio's your side hustle here.
Where did radio come
Yeah.
into?
They,
I'm a sausage man.
Yeah.
Lady.
And,
Lady.
but,
I forget. I dead named myself.
I know. Well, you know what? We can all do better.
Okay.
Right? Didn't Trump, did he say LBGT?
That's
LBG. Yeah, that's,
$40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+.
oh, I did get it. Oh.
In the African nation
must have been
of
some other-
Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. Nobody's ever heard of.
Thing is, it's like, does everybody have to respond to a joke? It's obviously a joke. Obviously, people have heard of the country
Not
before.
funny.
But what he's saying is, you're taking money from hardworking Americans, and most of them, if you ask them where Lesotho was, what the language was, what the politics are, what the culture is, we would have no idea.
I
That's
looked
what
it
he
up
meant.
last night. Admittedly, I looked it up and I realized
It's
that
landlocked inside of South
It's
Africa.
that, the little country on the right
What'd they
side
do?
of South Africa.
Break away or something?
I have no. That's the point. I don't know.
Well, maybe
Apparently,
you should.
they don't have enough
Yeah.
oil or minerals for us to ever get into a war with. So I'm an American. I only know about foreign countries that we're at war with.
No diamonds there. Sorry.
Is that the one part of South Africa with no diamonds? Is that-
part. Elon is close to there.
All right. What's the buzz, Yamamoto? What's happening?
I'm sad about this. ABC News is shutting down 538 as part of their sweeping layoffs that are going
That's
on.
Nate Silver,
Yeah.
who was considered to be like, I remember a few
polling expert.
A few cycles ago, he was the new kid in town. He used analytics, kind of came out of sports kind of style of analytics, put it on politics, and I think he was correct for a while. But it seems to me that over the last few years, his stuff hasn't been any more spot on than anybody else's.
And he's admitted it.
Oh, he has?
Mhm.
Well, maybe that's. Although
Everyone caught up to him.
He's not there anymore. He left a while ago.
He has
so
his
the New
own
York
thing.
Times. Who owns them?
ABC News.
Yeah,
They did.
Disney basically means. So they can't find any place for it. Well, if they're not polling people and getting the right results, then I guess it has to go. See, is it it's really pouring where you are.
It is. Is it too much?
It's just like
Sorry.
It's just
It's like BB's raining down on
You know,
her.
I know it's really raining hard,
makes
and
me-
there's no cover.
You're not under a bridge?
Yeah, isn't Tim Andrews around with a carport? Can't you go?
I know.
That's what it would sound like that.
Oh no, you would hear like on top.
Oh,
of
it'd
the,
be worse.
On top of the tin.
Probably.
It's
yeah,
raining,
just-
Daddy.
It sort of has. I have to fight to stay awake because this is how I go to sleep at night.
Oh,
I,
it's
I listen.
soothing.
I listen to the rain, and that keeps my.
It's Pavlov's rain.
Yeah, well, it kind of keeps my tinnitus in
Yeah.
line. I wouldn't say it completely removes the tinnitus, but it gives my tinnitus something to interact with. So my ears going beep, interacts with, and I get sort of a. Beep, and it's good. It works for me. Helps me go to
What's
sleep.
crazy here is, I'm used to living in the South where storms come through, right? And
Yeah.
it rains for a little bit, and then
Yeah,
it
and
goes.
they're gone.
Here it rains all day, all day.
It's- Well, it's like a rainy day in Georgia. Seems like it's raining all over the world, I say.
Aw.
Alex Williams. Alex Williams says there's trouble on I-20 in DeKalb.
You're gonna have to up it to a travel advisory here. Eric, fire department just showed up. Just a right lane open, I-20 westbound, just west of Evans Mill Road, exit 74. They also got the left lane blocked eastbound, so that's slowing back toward Wesley Chapel. Best bet is to head up north of there and use Covington Highway as an alternate. Earlier crash we had, 285 eastbound, the outer loop just before Moreland Avenue, exit 53. They got that off to the side. Still slow back toward I-75, so hopefully that will recover soon. And if you're traveling 285 west or southbound, the outer loop from the north side, it's all brake lights from Ashford Dunwoody Road passing Roswell Road. You stay sluggish over to I-75 just for that brake light battle to continue heading southbound down through Smyrna Vinings to I-20, the West Freeway. How is the ride to the northern suburbs, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, you're definitely slow leaving the perimeter, I-85 northbound, moving towards Jimmy Carter Boulevard, and watching your rides on Georgia 400 northbound, just a tap of the brakes from Abernathy Road getting past the North Springs MARTA station. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Topical. Basically, the text of the email reads like this. Local. Someone bought a car with my credit, and someone tried to file a tax return.
Mark Aram.
I'm a simple man with simple needs.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
When you're leaving the house, do you plead with your garage door? Please open, please open. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Let us take that anxiety away with one quick call. Our highly trained technicians will get to the bottom of your garage door issues. It could be a simple repair, a malfunctioning opener, or maybe just needs a tune-up. But if it's time for your garage door to be replaced, we'll make that easy too with upfront pricing and free estimates. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Termites, like me, eat 24/7, and your home is in their path of destruction. Mark Aram here for Breda Pest Management. You want a complete barrier from Breda, not just a bait station. If your current service only inspects the outside, how do you know the inside of your home's termite-free? Breda is better at beating termites. Only Breda inspects and protects the outside and inside. Plus, your termite rate is locked in for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
Are you facing a fork in the road and deciding between continuing your career and retirement? I'm Wes Moss, host of Money Matters, and this massive life decision shouldn't be taken lightly. Talk with my team if you'd like help reviewing your retirement accounts and building a financial plan. We can help you review options and offer an opinion based on your best interests. You can find us at yourwealth.com. That's Y-O-U-R, wealth.com.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Tim Andrews' son Gil watched the speech last night. Had commentary in the morning when you woke
Yeah,
up.
he was scared because he knew that there were storms coming, and so he was cuddled up with Mommy watching some of the speech. And this morning, the first thing he said to me when he woke up is, Daddy, I watched the president's speech with Mommy last night. And I asked him who the president is, and he goes, Donald Trump. And then without missing a beat, he goes, Joe Biden's at the beach.
Well, I guess kind of, yeah, he is. Kind of hanging out on the beach.
Sure.
I'm sure Trump will be happy that Gil...
Well, little Gil who loves cars, beautiful American cars, he'll be happy to know. No more subsidies for the electric cars, just beautiful American cars. And by the way, all Hot Wheels cars, executive order number 342. All Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars made right here in America. So
That'll make Gil happy.
Gil will be so happy someday. You know what? Maybe he'll even be up here giving this address.
Maybe so.
Maybe so. All right. What's the buzz? Tell us what's happening.
Depends on what side of the aisle you're on here, Eric. From the Daily
I'm
Beast.
on no side of the aisle.
We'll
You're in
get
the middle.
I fly above. I'm not even in the middle. I fly above all of the nonsense so that I can come back down to earth for 4 hours a day to let people know what's really going on. And also, hopefully, maybe give them a little laugh. If I just make one person laugh, this is an old joke. I'm a failure. It's an old joke.
You may be laugh, sir.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank
You
you. I
will.
appreciate that.
So it depends.
Nice house.
Well, yeah, I do appreciate the sentiment. I don't appreciate it's 2 a.m. and you're on my stoop.
So you want me to leave?
I'd like you to leave.
I know you cleared out a bunch out back. I can probably.
You gonna go lay down out back?
Yeah.
Go put a tent up.
Ain't no bugs yet. Thank you. I'll leave. Goodbye.
Take your answer off the air.
Yeah, I'll take my answer down the street.
So depending on what side of the aisle you're on, listen to these two headlines here. From the Daily Beast, Stephen A. Smith stuns The View with political bluster. Daily Mail, Stephen A. Smith demolishes Joy Behar on View as she tries to dismiss Trump.
Well, listen, he's coming from I don't know. He's probably he's a Democrat, right? I mean, so probably it would be smart to listen to Democrats who have this point of view. Now, how much, a lot of times with Stephen A's entertaining, but a lot of times with the sports takes, if you know a lot about any individual sport, he's not necessarily great at that, but he's a great how do you say that? Rhetorician?
Ooh, I think a new word of the day is coming
rhetorician?
up.
Whatever.
Dietitian.
He's very good with the rhetoric. No, not that dietitian.
Okay.
Although he's maintained a nice slim build, so he's doing well there. But just as a Democrat, not as an expert, I think that Democrats would do a lot better if they would listen to this point of view.
He won the general election by less than 50%. So what kind of mandate is this really?
Well, it is a mandate, and I'm going to explain why. And I don't mind the question, but let me be very clear. I'm no supporter of Trump. I'm a supporter of truth and the facts. And here's the facts. The man won every swing state. He increased in terms of his voter turnout in his favor from the standpoint of blacks, Latinos, and young voters. He increased his numbers in that regard from 2020. 89% of the counties shifted to the right. That's a mandate. We can sit up there and play around all we want to. In 2020, Trump didn't win the popular vote. He didn't win the electoral college vote. A matter of fact, the Republicans hadn't won the popular vote, if I remember correctly, since 2004. But they did this year. So 20 years after they last won the popular vote, they won the popular vote. They won the electoral college vote. The man won every swing state. And on top of it all, 89% of the counties shifted against. I don't understand how people can look at that and say, there's no mandate. There's a mandate.
Well, it's a different definition of a mandate, I guess.
But the problem is that if you're the Democratic Party and you lost 49.8% to 48.3%, and you're looking at that 1.5% dip, that's an excuse for you to say, what we did really wasn't that bad.
some people didn't
We
show
should
up.
continue to do that.
Do you think
No,
that
don't continue to do it. Find a new strategy.
Well, that's smart. That is exactly what Democrats need to hear and see how it goes. At least maybe someone like Stephen A. Smith will allow others to feel like, okay, well, maybe I can speak up. Because I'm sure there are plenty of Democrats who know that the official line is, I don't know, just everybody's misogynist and a racist, and that's why Kamala didn't win. But I thought there's got to be a lot of Democrats who've been watching politics for a long time and can see how much they lost the middle class the great unwashed of the American people, and you got to come back to them on their terms, not your terms. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on I-20 in Lithonia.
Watching it right now on the jam cam, Eric. 2 left lanes knocked out with this crash. Police, fire department activity. 20 eastbound, just past Evans Mill Road before you get to Turner Hill Road, exit 75, and it is jammed that ride back to Padola Road. They were in the left lane westbound, but that police officer just pulled away, so all westbound lanes are open. But with that eastbound jammed up almost back to 285, think about using Covington Highway as your alternate there. Traveling downtown, looking at about 28 minutes, heading southbound from the 85-400 merge, trying to get down to I-20. Northbound slows from University Avenue, breaking free just past Peachtree Pine Street. How was that ride to the southern suburbs, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 75 southbound, you're slow over by the airport. Brake lights starting at North Central Avenue, stretching to Terra Boulevard, and then those rides break free until you get to Hudson Bridge Road, and then you're just a little sluggish getting into McDonough. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If you're a longtime Atlanta resident, I don't have to tell you, weather in March goes bananas. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. Spring thunderstorms rolling in. Rain, wind, even hail. Want you to get your roof ready for these storms. Dr. Roof here to help you. Check out their March specials at drroof.com. That's drroof.com. Roof repair, roof replacement, heck, even siding and windows. They do it all. Be prepared this crazy March. Go to drroof.com, drroof.com.
See this garage door? I gotta be honest with you. It's ugly. I mean, successful, attractive homeowner like you, it's time to move on. This is not the garage door your parents thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. And that ain't true with everything in life, don't get me wrong. I mean, honey, if you're listening, you can't divorce me just because I'm no longer the handsome stud you married. But your garage door? The neighbors all think you can totally do better. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Let us show you how many sexy new alternatives there are. Just waiting for someone like you. You swipe right on a beautiful new design, we install everything in a lovely ceremony, and you and your new garage door live happily ever after. For better, not worse. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come make it right. Maybe I should pick up some flowers on the way home.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler, and here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Imagine this. It's 10 o'clock and time to go to bed. Scary, right? It might be, especially if you fear the chance of an accidental leakage and skin irritation. Well, if that's the case, you need to try Tena Sensitive Care Overnight Pads. Its skin comfort formula acts as a barrier to help protect your skin and provides triple protection against leaks, odor, and wetness, helping you feel secure throughout the night. With Tena Overnight Pads, your nights will be smoother and your days brighter. Try them now and have a smooth night.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, it is a WSB Money Update. And after 2 days of sharp losses, Wall Street rebounds today. It comes after President Trump announces a 1-month exemption on some tariffs. Reporter Jeff Gilbert says it's designed to help U.S. car companies.
This coming after a discussion between the president and leaders of Ford, GM, and Stellantis. This gives car makers a little bit of breathing room, but does not remove uncertainty. Tariffs have the potential to add significantly to car makers' costs, something that could be passed on to consumers.
The Dow Jones closing the day up more than 480 points. The S&P and NASDAQ up more than 1% on the day. It is 53 degrees in Atlanta, dropping into the mid-30s by morning ahead of a sunny afternoon tomorrow. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Some fired CDC workers are getting their jobs back.
Since the Department of Government Efficiency cut jobs at CDC about 2 weeks ago, Democrats have been vocal about the critical work that's being done at the Atlanta-based agency. Among the Democrats who've been outspoken on the matter, Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock.
CDC is one of those entities that I think is vastly underrated and underappreciated because we don't see most of the time the bad stuff that they've saved us from.
Warnock says today's announcement is welcome relief, but says all fired CDC employees need to be reinstated. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
The Department of Veterans Affairs may cut up to 80,000 jobs.
In an internal memo, the VA's chief of staff says the department needs to return to its 2019 or pre-Biden administration staffing levels. More than a quarter of the VA's workforce are veterans, like Jeffrey Stewart, who works at the West Haven VA Hospital in Connecticut.
I'm nervous to see if I'm still going to have a job come March 14th.
The deadline for Congress to avoid a government shutdown. Veteran Bridget Prince is a patient at that VA.
If you start eliminating the workers, that means our care diminishes.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
The Georgia Senate votes tomorrow on a bill that would pull funding from public schools that push diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
SB 120 is a necessary step to restore academic excellence and fairness in our colleges.
Senator Marty Harbin is the bill's sponsor. State Minority Leader Harold Jones says it will set back efforts to bring equality to education.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion brings people together.
The Trump administration has also threatened to pull federal funding for schools that push DEI. Kidnapped in Atlanta 7 years ago, a now 14-year-old is found safe in Colorado. Abdul Aziz Khan was found with his non-custodial mother and her husband just outside of Denver. Douglas County, Colorado Sheriff Darren Weekly says the break in the case came from a citizen.
It was a quick thinking of a vigilant member of our community, a homeowner monitoring their security cameras for a house that he had for sale, and he noticed some suspicious activity and immediately called the sheriff's office.
Aziz's disappearance went viral after it was documented in Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries series. Big news on the flat says Georgia Tech begins work on its first new traditional dorm in 50 years.
The goal of the Curran Street Residence Hall is to get new students enrolled at the university.
This will be exclusively for first-year students, so it'll be a first-year building that opens in the fall of 26.
Georgia Tech's Jenny Cotton says it'll have that classic dorm feel, but updated with a fitness center, study rooms, and more.
It's a traditional experience in the sense that you're sharing a room with another person and you have a hall bathroom.
The $117 million facility will be about 191,000 square feet and will have space for about 860 students. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
Make sure your driver's license has a little star in the right corner. Starting May 7th, anyone 18 or older will need a passport or what's known as a real ID to board a domestic flight. According to TSA, about 78% of people who fly currently have the real ID. It'll also be needed to enter certain secure federal facilities. It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Rough ride in DeKalb County toward Lithonia, Bill. It's a travel advisory. Police, fire department activity, 2 left lanes, I-20 eastbound. Just before Turner Hill Road, exit 75. It is very heavy back to Wesley Chapel. You can use Covington Highway as an alternate. They were in a left lane westbound. That has since cleared, so those delays heading 20 westbound over to the east side perimeter have gotten much better. If you're traveling 285 east or southbound, the inner loop, it is all brake lights starting at Georgia 400 and Sandy Springs. Really picks up though as you approach I-85 Spaghetti Junction in the Doraville area. No relief until you make your way down past Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. How's the ride on the outer loop of the perimeter, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 285 westbound, you start to get slow, leaving Dunwoody before Georgia 400, getting to the Cobb Cloverleaf, I-75, and southbound rides not any better. You remain slow, getting to I-20. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Skies clearing for tonight, turning chilly as temperatures fall into the low to mid-30s tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, high 55. Friday, mostly cloudy, morning lows in the 30s, daytime highs in the mid-60s.
53 in Roswell, 54 in College Park, also 54 in Decula. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
You got your termite billed and they raised your rate again. Switch to Breda Pest Management and your rate's locked in for 10 years. BredaPest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
If you've been thinking about selling your home this year, now is the time. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, BR, said, Mark Spain Real Estate sold my home within 30 days. I definitely recommend them to my friends and family. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
At Superior Pro, we use the highest quality materials and the best techniques in windows, siding, painting, doors, and more. Visit SuperiorPro.com.
Superior Pro, the pros to know.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, bowing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is losing the war against groundwater. That's where AquaGuard comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule your free inspection at aquaguard.net/row.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
There's so much news, sometimes it's hard. It's hard to keep up. Sometimes, do they have to keep creating so many headlines on a daily basis?
Especially in
Alabama.
And all the rest of the states. Every day, so much news. It's starting to weigh me down, guys. So I'm starting to feel a little claustrophobic. So every day I wake up. How can there be 9,000 new stories?
Especially
every
without
day?
the media jobs being cut. Eventually, you think that the story count would start dying
why
down.
doesn't the story count go down?
You would expect it to. I guess
I
AI might be writing a lot of it.
I'm tipping at 25% because I know the person serving me used to be a reporter. I'm doing the best that I can. But I would figure that maybe one good thing we can get out of it is that we get less stories every single day. How am I going to fit all this into one show? And every day I get defeated. And it's starting to, ladies and gentlemen, it's starting to wear me down. I leave here every day recognizing the 9,325 stories we didn't get to. Yeah, that's me in the Kia Soul base on the Hospitality Highway with a small tear. Welling up and then making its way down my aging cheek. All of my cheeks are aging, but I only have tears on 2 of them.
That's not what I've been noticing.
Well, I don't cry down there.
Well, someone
Those
else's.
aren't tears.
Someone else's tears.
You don't get sweaty cheeks. You don't get sweaty cheeks.
I do get the sweaty
sweaty cheeks.
Oh, ham hocks. Get the sweaty ham hocks.
That's a long time. Yeah, the pork sweats.
I get the pork sweats from time to time. But that's not what I'm talking about. Talking about how difficult do you people recognize how difficult it is to come in here every day and ignore 9,345 stories on a daily basis? So why are you crying, Eric Von Hassler? Well, now you know. And the truth is, that's not rain you're hearing falling on Autumn Fisher's car. Those are my tears. I can't get to them all. I guess we'll try to get to a few of them. What's the buzz, Jared Yamamoto? How about you tell me what's happening?
From the New York Post.
It's raining in Maryland. I'm aware of that.
Very aware of that.
Okay, thank you. We got that.
Mayo.
We got an exclusive.
Mayo, Maryland. It's raining.
We got boots.
That's the storm that hit us last night.
We got boots on the ground.
Oh.
Well, good. I'm glad it finally hit her.
Yeah,
it's going to hit me. It better hit her.
Jared's the post meteorologist. He'll tell you what happened. Well, it rained.
I'm not Christina Edwards.
No, I do realize that. Anytime there's weather coming to Georgia, I think, oh, it's on its way here.
That's right.
Yeah. You're not
We
gonna,
get it first.
Hey, you can
'Cause we're the
run.
best.
Tell her, Reagan. She can run, but she cannot hide.
You can run, but you cannot hide.
Just like Gaddafi.
By the way,
We'll
check
get
out
ya.
my weather maps on TikTok.
Oh, no. Are you still got a TikTok store?
Well, you're doing What's the Buzz. I'm going to back off.
Okay, you don't
But the
wanna-
buzz is I have great weather maps available. Printouts of your favorite storms throughout the decades.
Ronald Reagan TikTok shop.
Oh, yes.
All right. What do you got?
From the New York Post, Meghan Markle's pointless Netflix cooking show is getting mercilessly dragged by critics.
Well, there you
it's
go.
so great. Have you watched it?
I have to watch it.
It's so great.
I got a couple of cuts here that
I
are
hate
great.
to give her because you pay for Netflix, so it doesn't matter what you watch or don't watch in some sense. But everybody, they know that they don't care if I'm hate watching or love watching or whatever, and it's going to help her for me to watch. But
well, it's a click, absolutely. Or a
I
play.
just absolutely think that this is so unctuous. This is so unctuous that I think I have to be there. So I have not seen it, but there are a couple of clips here, and one of them I really love. I really love, which is the one where she corrects
Mindy
Kaling. Now, here's the thing. There's two parts of this. It runs completely together, and they're both equally ridiculous. The second part is the Sussex thing. The first part is what Mindy Kaling, apparently these celebrity friends, is this the one that starts with I'll bet people don't even realize it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll let it play, but let me just say this. We've seen her dad. Nobody's surprised that she grew up eating fast food. Apparently Mindy Kaling thinks that Meghan Markle has been part of royalty for her whole life or something. I know one can imagine you eating at Jack in the Box.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and
It's so
loves
funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
What?
You have kids, and you go, no, I share
Stop for
my
a second,
name
because
with...
that's two things. Because we'll go into more ridiculous. Was that the rudest thing? Like,
Yes.
did I miss something by not?
so funny. It's so funny you keep saying that because
so
I'm
wrong.
Sussex now.
But here's the woman. Here's the woman who rebelled against the royalty.
Well, if you would let the clip play, you'd see that when you have kids, you know,
Yeah.
you just I just love that
She
family
wants that same last
tie.
name.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand this part. Everybody, not everybody, but I mean most families share their last name with their kids. This is not a new thing. And
Right.
So there's nothing really.
So just
my
it's
mom
just
and
so
I
funny.
share a last name. It's not
And
that.
is so great. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's kind of natural. Nobody really thinks
Right.
about it.
It's just so great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Technically, we don't have a last name.
And you just
Babe,
know.
babe, you can.
It might be Windsor.
Is your program over?
He just wants to say a couple words.
I just want to say hello to Mindy. I love The Office.
Yeah. She says hi. You can go ahead and go back to your room now.
We
know
can
what?
talk about The Office. But
Megan, I actually understand where you're coming from. I grew up with a different last name than my mom, so I actually relate with you on this, having the same last name.
But she
Thank
didn't.
you, Megan.
She didn't.
Yeah,
She grew
that's
up with the
amazing.
same last name as her mother and father.
Right, but my kids now, I'd
Yes,
like to
her
have
kids.
the
All right.
same name as my kids.
Let's play
It's just
it.
so funny you keep saying that.
Pardon me.
Well done, Megan.
The way
our
she says
children.
that, it's all right there. That
It's just
fake,
so funny.
that fake smile with a knife just waiting
But
for
no
you to
edit
turn
either,
around.
right? No edit.
Yeah.
She just says that and goes right to the
I
next
don't
She
thing.
know.
saves it a little bit by saying like here. So play the rest of it because she does.
Gotta play the
she
whole
does
thing
try
again.
and justify it.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box
we've seen her
and
dad.
It's so
loves it.
funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. You have kids, and you go, no, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that feels so, I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go, this is our family name.
Can I tell you something? I'm being honest. I had to be honest.
Yeah.
If
go
I had
ahead.
to sit in a room and listen to these two talk to each other, I would put a bullet in my head. And I don't even mean the old fat. I mean, I'm talking. I would purchase, because I would want it to be as painful as possible. I would purchase one bullet at a bullet store, and then I would go to the Ace Hardware, and I would get one of those kind of big mallets. And in the middle of them talking to each other, I would just put the bullet up to my forehead, and I would just continually bang the back of the bullet until I smushed it into my head.
What if she was making you breakfast, Eric?
It's a real delight in being able to be a present parent.
Yeah.
And it's a luxury sometimes because we all have to work. We all have a lot of stuff to do. But when you can take a minute to just...
Saturday morning.
Finding the fun in those moments makes for a really sweet start to the weekend.
Yeah.
We could do a little dollop of yogurt as our clouds.
Yeah, so I thrive, in the chaos of the morning. Just the kids are running around, and I'm, cracking eggs. I'm making a 17-egg frittata every day.
Hold on, I wish I had a whistle.
She thought beans were crazy for breakfast, but you
Babe.
take beans and you put.
You got something to say?
I got beans,
babe.
and some eggs and some bangers.
Okay, nobody wants your weird British food. Okay, thanks.
Blood pudding is delicious.
It's so funny,
So
babe.
So what were you saying about cooking and all that? What were you?
It's just really something really special. When every morning when I get up with the kids, I'm like, I just like to give them something nutritious, to start their day.
Do we have a
it's just
whistle?
Really special.
Like a whistle right here.
What? Why? Are you okay?
I got
I'm very
something to
concerned.
say to you.
Okay, I would love to hear it. Because when I give
Well,
people
first
a
you have to
platform,
shut up.
on my podcast, I had the I had a lot of
you are not interesting in the least.
But I have bees.
Yes, we've all seen bees.
Let's all go out to my bee thing.
You go out to your bee thing.
Definitely have and take care of it.
Hey, you, Meghan Markle of the Duchess of Sussex.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
You keep saying Markle.
Yeah,
I'm Sussex now.
The Duchess
It's just so funny.
of Sussex. You are not a remotely interesting person. Not even remotely. A 10-year-old would find you fascinating for 4 minutes. You're not precious, and you're also not full of love. You're full of something, but it's not love. Sorry, Miss Sussex, to have come down on you like this.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am full of a lot.
And on this we agree.
I realized that when I did my podcast, and I talked to a lot of important people.
Okay. We have to go to traffic.
That's so funny you keep doing that because it's really annoying.
Alex Williams says there's better news on I-20 in Lithonia.
Yeah, Eric, that earlier crash and police fire department activity has cleared I-20 eastbound just before, right around Evans Mill Road, exit 74. Still going to remain slow, though, from 285 as you make that trek past Panola Road. If you're traveling out of DeKalb into Gwinnett County via I-85 northbound, we're seeing those delays start at Chamblee Tucker Road. Exit 94, going to stay pretty slow as you make the trek up into Norcross. Secondary slow zone, just moderate right now. 85 north from Old Peachtree up to 985. 400 northbound, the brake lights find you in Sandy Springs right at 285. It gets better, though, when you approach Northridge exit 6th and the secondary slow zone in Alpharetta through that work zone from Old Milton Parkway, getting up past Windward Parkway, exit 11, heading up toward Forsyth County. How's the ride on I-75, I-575? Kobe Dawkins.
Well, you're sluggish. 75 northbound, starting at the South 120 loop, getting to Chastain Road, and looking at 575 northbound, just the tap of the brakes, getting into Woodstock. And this report is sponsored by the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Mental Disabilities. Fentanyl hides in places you wouldn't expect. Your meds, a friend's pill, anywhere. If it's not from a pharmacy, test it first. One strip could save your life. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When traffic
No
hits,
traffic getting through in either direction.
the Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
Even the bridge over 75 is being held.
Your source for Atlanta's traffic.
Out of Spaghetti Junction along 285 westbound and a crash on Peachtree Boulevard 141 southbound before 285.
Brought to you by the Cool Ray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Some things get better with age, but not your home siding and windows. If your house is showing its age and needs a facelift, it's only going to get worse. New siding and windows are the perfect fix. Dave Baker here for my siding and window experts, Nelson Exteriors. With Nelson Exteriors, you choose the window that's right for your home and budget from many top-rated manufacturers like Anderson and MI. And Nelson is a licensed and insured James Hardy Elite Preferred Siding contractor. For unmatched quality and craftsmanship, Google Nelson Exteriors.
Remember that first paycheck when you started working all those years ago? You looked at the net amount and thought, whoa, what happened here? Ah, the joy of taxes. It could be this way with your retirement accounts. You know how much you've saved, but if you haven't planned for Uncle Sam, you could come up short in retirement. With tax laws constantly changing, there's a lot you need to know to make sure you're not paying more than your fair share. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the Lloyd Advisory Group can help you create a plan that shows you how taxes could affect you now and in the future. Set up your tax strategy session with Mark and the team at the Lloyd Advisory Group now. Call 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Make sure you know how these changes could affect you so you can avoid some of those whoa moments in retirement. Call 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services offered through Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
When you're running a small business, every dollar counts. And there's lots of ways you could try saving money, like, say, subletting half your office to an exotic pet shop, or downsizing your fleet of catering trucks to a fleet of catering scooters. Or you could try a smarter way to save. Switch to Comcast Business Mobile. It could save you up to 70% on business wireless compared to AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, and save you the hassle of having a parrot as your desk mate. So don't compromise your business to save money. Keep it growing with Comcast Business Mobile, an incredible value and smarter way to save. Comcast Business Mobile, powering smarter savings, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Compares weighted average of providers based on optimized pricing. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after data usage included with plan. Savings may vary.
Atlanta DIY landlords, listen up. If you're exhausted from managing your rental properties all by yourself, my friends at Renters Warehouse Atlanta offering a 90-day test drive. Hire Renters Warehouse to manage your rental property for a low flat monthly fee as low as $115. If you're not satisfied at any time in the first 3 months, you can fire them. Get your management fees back. What do you get for that low flat monthly fee? A dedicated property management team, maintenance coordination, move in and move out property condition reports, advanced tenant screening with a 9-month tenant warranty, professional photography and videography, lease renewal processing and negotiations, online rent collection, monthly owner cash flow statements, and more. Renters Warehouse, so confident you'll love their service, they want an addition for your business. Choice is yours. Keep DIYing or see how Renters Warehouse can make your life easier. Start your 90-day test drive today. Go to rwatlanta.com or call 404-662-2322, 404-662-2322.
Dad, one more horsey ride, please.
This living room rodeo moment made possible by Emory Orthopedics and Spine Center. When Dad needed back surgery, he came to Emory. The difference? Emory's among the highest in patient satisfaction and best surgical outcome rates in the nation. And Emory uses the most advanced research developed by our top surgeons to get Dad's back surgery done right the first time. Giddy up. EmoryHealthcare.org/orthodifference.
We only have time for an open mic, and I'm being told that it's another more hating on the word of the day.
It's not hating, it's a suggestion.
All right, I'm just saying. Yeah, tell him, Autumn.
No.
Yeah, she's not happy about it.
No more hating on word of the day. No more.
Jesse from Morrow here, calling in to say good day to the doctrine and the team. Just touching base on something I heard earlier about the word of the day. I think perhaps if you include some new hip cultural new slang terms in and have them say the new slang term along with the more sophisticated terms you're currently using and have them use them together in the same sentence, that would just be an absolute riot.
Dang.
Wow.
Okay, wow.
So there's somebody who listens to the show and thinks they do not have enough homework.
I think what y'all should do is find the original German expression meaning of it and figure out what that was back in the ancient Greek.
Yeah, maybe have George make a short film on that.
On film.
And
how does it relate to Skibbity Toilet? What's the origin of that?
There you go, yeah. Actually, what is the origin of
I don't know.
Skibbity?
I forget.
Autumn
People
knows.
tell
She
me.
knows about all
Head
that.
coming out of a toilet or something.
Yeah, but what is it?
Was it
why
a
do they-
meme that just caught on? Does it come from a show?
Yes. So much of what the youths are saying are all almost like the youths. What it all usually comes from is just something that they've all seen online, and then it just hits. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like it's almost like the collective "yeah, baby" that we were all doing. You know, it's the same thing, except we
it's
just
got
are
nice to
out
know
of
that.
that loop.
Yeah, there's. I think that when you look at that, you can't imagine that that's going to produce a smarter generation than the one before. But whatever. So I'm not gonna. Somebody mentioned. I think a friend of mine mentioned this to me a couple weeks ago. Said, really at our age, we don't really have to worry about this stuff. So it's like,
come on, Eric,
everything that's going on, we're only going to live for another 10, 15, 20 years.
You got to show that Riz sometimes, Eric. Come on now.
You talking about charisma?
Oh, you've got a big old yacht.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It takes so much longer to say charisma.
Riz.
You kids are efficient.
You know what a yacht is?
I hope it's not going to get me canceled with your dirty
Ran the music out.
The butt.
Yeah, well, those aren't.
Say
that's
butt.
Not, don't say. Yeah, say butt.
I don't know why people say it.
Derriere.
Yacht.
Rear end.
Dumper.
Alex Williams.
I love you too.
Is checking the ride around 285.
Watching those brake lights circling the city, Eric, 285 westbound. You will slow right at Ashford Dunwoody Road, exit 29. All that merging madness passing Roswell Road, exit 25. On and off the brakes. Continues heading west over to I-75. Then you're jammed up, passing Truist Park, southbound down to I-20. Northbound delays on the west side inner loop from South Cobb Drive. Trying to make your way up past Paces Ferry. 285 east and southbound, about 24 minutes from the Georgia 400 interchange around to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. How are things through downtown, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, rides continue to slow. 75-85 northbound, those brake lights starting before University Ave. 2 Spring Street. Southbound rides are still jammed before the downtown merge, getting to I-20. And also dealing with the trouble spot still in Fulton County. DeKalb Avenue westbound at Krog Street. Stall knocking out one right lane. And this report is sponsored by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any H system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The word Delbar in Farsi means beloved, and that's what Delbar Middle Eastern Restaurant is all about. Serving Mediterranean dishes from wood-fired grilled meats, seafood, and chicken to their iconic basmati rice. Delbar is an unforgettable experience.
I'm Faris Kargar, and I'm the owner of Delbar Restaurants, and I personally invite you guys to come in and experience our Persian hospitality to capture your heart and enjoy a memorable experience.
See what the buzz is all about. Visit one of their 3 Michelin Guide recommended Delbar restaurants. Google Delbar Atlanta today.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. news, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by North Georgia Replacement Windows. Our top local story, from schools to stores, the debate over ending diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. The Georgia Senate tomorrow takes up a bill that would punish schools with DEI programs.
The bill would pull funding for K-12 schools and colleges and universities that push DEI initiatives. Bill sponsor Senator Marty Harbin.
Defunding these programs does not mean that we do not support diversity. It means we support true diversity of thought.
Opponents say the bill would turn back the clock on strides for equality in education. Senate Minority Leader Harold Jones.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion brings people together.
The Trump administration has called out universities specifically to stop using DEI initiatives or risk losing federal funding. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
And with Lent starting today, there's a call to give up shopping at Target for the next 40 days. Pastor Jamal Bryant of New Birth Missionary Church in Stonecrest says it's in response to the retailer's decision to revoke its DEI initiatives.
40 is the benchmark. It is not the finish line. And so at the end of the 40 days, we will recalibrate, see where it is that we are, send our data to the board at Target, and if they don't respond, we'll go another 40.
Other companies, including Amazon and Walmart, have made similar moves to remove DEI initiatives. It is 52 degrees in Atlanta, chilly air moving in tonight. How much of a warm-up in the days ahead? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is just in. New information on that deadly officer-involved shooting in Hiram on Sunday.
As the GBI continues to investigate the deadly incident, they've positively identified both people who died. Authorities say that 38-year-old Danielle McDowell stabbed her 18-year-old son, Khalil Malik Wigfall, to death on Sunday at the Columns Apartments in Hiram. When officers responded to the scene, Khalil was lying in the parking lot with multiple stab wounds. His mom was advancing towards officers with a knife. When she didn't drop the weapon nor respond to the taser, she was shot. Khalil was pronounced dead at the scene. Danielle died at the hospital. Family members say she was suffering from a mental health crisis. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
A couple faces child abuse charges in Paulding County. Andrea and Wesley Thomas are charged with battery and cruelty. The investigation started after reports from a school about possible abuse against a student while the child was not at school. The Paulding County Child Advocacy Center interviewed suspected victims but did not say how many. They are not commenting on the relationship between the suspects and victims. As spring arrives in Georgia, keep an eye out for a certain type of hornet that could be harmful.
The yellow-legged hornet is a threat to Georgia farmers. This is the time of year when the queen starts laying eggs and nests start to appear. State Ag Commissioner Tyler Harper.
In order to protect our number one industry, it is vital that we eradicate this hornet from our state.
He says early detection of embryo nests, the smaller nest, is key to preventing secondary nests from establishing and limiting the spread of the yellow-legged hornet in our state. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
U.S. automakers are getting a 1-month reprieve from tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says President Trump made the decision today after speaking to the big three automakers.
So the three companies that he spoke to are Stellantis, Ford, and General Motors. They requested the call. They made the ask, and the president is happy to do it. It's a 1-month exemption.
The White House says the president granted the exemption so U.S. automakers are not at an economic disadvantage. It's already spring break time for some colleges, and the TSA is expecting a busy spring break travel season this year. The TSA predicts the peak travel period will be from tomorrow through the 24th. The busiest travel days during the spring break season will likely be on Fridays and Sundays. Nearly 3 million passengers could be screened on those days. It is now 5:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
It is nothing but slow traffic through downtown and Midtown, Bill. You slow from the 85-400 merge. Close to a half hour to travel from there down to I-20. 75 southbound delays start approaching Howell Mill. Northside Drive exit 252. Northbound, not finding any relief from those brake lights from University Avenue until you get up past Peachtree Pine Street. Been dealing with trouble in the left lane or in the through lane of of North Decatur westbound to Cab Avenue, actually at Krog Street. So heads up for that. And we're also seeing delays on Northside Drive southbound as you try to make your way down past 10th Street and Georgia Tech. Watching the ride along I-20, both sides of town, Kobe Dawkins.
Well, starting in DeKalb County, I-20 eastbound rides a little slow from I-285 to Panola Road. And on the West West Freeway getting into Lithia Springs, 20 westbound, just tapping the brakes from Riverside Parkway moving past Lee Road. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta homes. And here is meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clouds moving out, chilly air moving in. Temperatures falling to the low to mid 30s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, high 55. Another cold start for Friday with morning lows in the upper 30s. Friday afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy, highs in the mid 60s. Mostly cloudy for this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, morning lows in the upper 40s, daytime highs in the upper 50s, low 60s, with a few hit or miss rain showers throughout the course of Saturday and Sunday.
51 in Alpharetta, 50 in Mableton, 54 right now in Conyers. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now.
The United States should have it too.
Anything other countries have.
The United States should have it too.
The United States should have it too.
I love you too.
So the show is on. I guess it must have started this week. And I don't know, have they changed shows now at 5 o'clock? Are there two different shows? Okay, so that they've moved Jake Tapper, I think, to 6.
The Lead?
Yeah, The Lead with Jake Tapper. Wolf, I think, is at 10 in the morning now.
They're phasing him out. That's better for him.
Yeah, as far as his schedule goes.
He
He's
can
an
get
old man.
Nap in the afternoon, go to bed at 5.
It's not bad. I like it. Go Bills. Ow! It's a wolf man.
That's right, playing the hits.
But the show that they put on, the first one was called The Arena. And it has, like, it makes me laugh because they make a big deal of, we're changing the lead with Jake Tapper, and it's going to be The Arena, and the desk looks different, and they make a big deal out of it, and the set looks different, and they come on and they do exactly the same show. Host, talking about the same topics that Jake Tapper will be talking about in exactly the same time. How about do something that hasn't been done? What are these people paid for? Think of presenting the news in a way that's interesting, compelling, and informational, and do it in a way that hasn't been. Here's our big new show. Well, it's exactly like all the other shows, except, hey, look at that set. Let's do this.
He's a misanthrope, he has a dark heart, and he needs a good psychiatrist.
New York.
It's Greg Russ with stories from Studio B1.
Wednesday edition.
That is correct. What kind of mood what kind of Wednesday vibe does Greg Russ bring to the table?
Sleepy. Because this is new since I used to join the show Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. On Wednesdays, I would take my nap in the afternoon.
Was that your weekly nap? You would take your weekly nap on Wednesdays?
Lay down and I would sleep.
Oh, man, if I don't get that 25 minutes on Wednesday, my whole week is thrown off.
I need it.
I know. So
it's a good midweek nap.
It's
That's
nice,
smart.
though.
I still don't sleep enough. I go to sleep at
I don't either.
1, 2.
Yeah. I went to bed. I crawled upstairs at 2 in the morning, and my wife was asleep, but the TV was on. And so at 2 in the morning, you would think the first thing I would do is turn on. No, I watched like 2 or 3 YouTube things. So I probably didn't get to sleep till like 3. And then
It's nice staying up.
I
always
like
enjoyed
staying up,
late.
but it's not good for our health. It's not good for our health.
Well, you have to get the full amount of sleep, but then when you wake up at 7:30, 8, 8:30, even 9 at that point, it's like you're not getting the
No,
full
I'm not.
8
And I
hours.
can't. No matter what I'll do sometimes. Like, for instance, yesterday I had a lot of my prep done before I went to sleep. So I knew I had a little bit to play with in the morning hours. Wasn't going to be as busy because I got in the word of the day and all of that kind of stuff, out of the way. But it does not matter if I go to sleep at 4 in the morning. I always say, I'll just sleep until 11. What the hell? The show doesn't start till 3. I can't do it. I always somewhere between 8 and 9 or 9:30. It's like, I gotta get. I'll just
anxiety.
It's either just lay there and not be asleep and know that you're gonna be tired, and then I've gotten so used to kind of functioning while tired, but I know it's not good for an aging radio pioneer such as myself. I know it's not good as you get older. I know a lot of people who have had heart attacks and they've gotten through them. And
God.
one of the things
Taking this to the extreme.
No, but the
I
thing,
know it's real.
Well, I am
know it's a
60,
real
but
thing.
like the advice that the people get is you need to get 8 hours a night, and you need to take a good 30-minute nap in the middle of the day. That's my way of saying, hey, it's been fun, but I'm out of here soon. Because I don't see myself. Of course, after you have I always think, well, after I have that first heart attack, I'll buckle down. But here, I think the real thing that people don't really realize is, I don't think most people have more than one. Everybody's like, yeah, you always hear about that first heart attack. I got a feeling that most people don't have more than one. I think that first one usually
John
is
Mellencamp had 4 or something.
Huh?
John Mellencamp.
No, I mean, you hear
4.
about those stories
Yeah.
and you think, whatever. But probably the way that I'll go. I don't know how I got onto this whole rant, but I always assume that the way that I'm going to go, I'll just be reaching for a door knob one day, looking to open the door, and it'll be like, that's it.
Hey, that's best.
That's the best
more
way to
time
go.
you have to think about it,
Yeah.
that means it's not going the way it should.
Yeah, no, I think I would like to be like 86 when that happens rather than tomorrow.
You don't really get asked, though, for that.
Hmm?
Or you don't really get to request the timing. It just happens.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is just a hope. This is just a wish that if it were to happen. In the best world, I'm 93 and it like that. Whatever happened to Gene Hackman? He got to 95. Seems a little suspicious.
Then the help killed them.
Huh?
Then the help killed them.
You think it's the help?
No, they found out today that it wasn't even their dog, or they.
Yeah, that was just them getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Like they just
Was
thought
it the
wrong-
neighbor's dog?
It was no, their 2 dogs were somewhere else, and they just got the wrong dog. And so you know what's funny? I was reading some stuff from somebody who grooms their dogs or something, and they were so devastated about the little dog, and they were so happy to find out it wasn't that dog that died. It was like no mention of Gene Hackman and his wife. Like this
that's
dog
how
person
everyone
was
is.
just like all about the dogs.
Yeah, he was old. How about the dog? The dog all right?
She wasn't that old. She was like 67.
Yeah, the dog.
Well, even if the dog were old, say the dog were 16, a couple years past its lifespan, its average lifespan, people still would have been more sad over the dog.
It is weird. Like you can kill all kinds of people in a movie, but you can't kill a dog. And the audience will not let you get away with it unless there has to be like some kind of justice for it. But you can have like horror movies where guys just go around slashing people to pieces and nobody gets offended. You off a dog in a movie, the crowd will.
Oh, I remember.
If you graphically like offed a dog the way that human beings are graphically.
Innocence.
Well, so are human beings that are being. I mean, a lot of these shows, it's like the waitress at the diner is the one that gets it. And it's all
Yeah,
graphic.
she probably
and-
stole something when she was
yeah, she's guilty of something.
She was born with original sin.
She's a waitress, for God's sake.
I blame Homeward Bound. When that came out as a kid and Shadow almost died, and that
Yeah.
one, spoiler alert, when he
Well,
almost
well,
died, that got me.
Many generations
killed by
before you
someone.
was Bambi, so that was the whole one there.
Yeah, that was the
traumatic
mother being killed by someone.
I didn't see Bambi. I've never seen Bambi in my life.
Well, gosh, I don't want to spoil it for you, but
Spoiler alert:
Yeah.
Mom dies.
Yeah, but outside of that, I don't even know what happens in the movie. That is the only
Me
plot
either.
point, because
That's
I've never
the only
seen
thing I
Bambi
know.
either.
Isn't there a
That's the
fire?
That's the only. Yeah,
Yes.
that's all I know. I know there's a fire and the mom dies and it's really sad.
And they grow up.
But I've never thought about this before, Greg. You're absolutely right. I know nothing about the plot to Bambi.
Yeah, how does it end? What? Come on, spoil it for me.
Well,
How
I mean,
does it end?
He ends up the king of the forest.
yeah, because that dude, that one guy, takes him under his wing, and then
The one
I
I've
presume
never
it's his
seen-
dad.
The
Yeah,
rabbit?
It's his dad. No,
it's not his dad.
I've never
the
seen
other
this.
buck. The other buck in the woods
Yeah.
takes him under his wing, and then Bambi ends
Another
up being.
buck in the woods. Hey, another buck in the woods. And another buck, another buck, another buck in the woods.
Then Bambi becomes the air quote king. Of
I
the
didn't know
forest
Bambi
man.
was a bastard.
Well, if Bambi is the king of the forest, I don't think it's very difficult to take over the forest.
Yeah, dethrone
it's
him
a
easily.
deer.
No,
He's a
but Bambi
buck.
gets older.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
he's still a deer.
He's a
I
buck.
think a lion or somebody coming along is gonna.
The bear's
The
like,
lions are in the
"Oh."
jungle. They're not in the
Yeah.
forest.
The bear will
Yeah,
be
the
like,
bear.
oh, I
The
can't do
bears.
anything.
The bears.
He's the king. I got to back off.
Yeah.
I could kill him with one paw.
I'll tell you what. I'll kiss the ring. That's all. That's as close as I'm getting.
All of the friends of Bambi are all the same. None of them are predators. They're all
Yeah, but the
whatever,
whole forest is
vegetarian.
going to have a predator in it. These people have to eat
Well,
these people. These
I know
animals
who-
have to eat.
What eats a deer?
A wolf, a
outside of-
bear,
Humans?
a mountain lion.
A
Outside
catamount.
of humans.
You ever hear the movie Deer Hunter?
Yeah, I know humans.
So right
I'm saying,
there.
like in the Georgia woods.
Okay, but I'm saying Bambi's
Okay,
in
but
my
I'm saying-
scenario, Bambi's going to have to deal with me, human being.
Yeah,
and
you,
I've got
Eric.
and
Yeah,
I'm
right. You're like, oh my god.
no, I'm walking around and I got like a whatever kind of hunting gun you got to have to
Yeah,
do
exactly.
that.
Whatever type
I got
of
a
thing.
deer
I got
hunting
I got
gun.
A
It
rifle.
should be
bow and arrow. You have
That's
the
it.
skill.
Oh yeah,
Autumn,
you know
are-
me. You know what? I had to put I had to reach above my head. Just a little bit more than I could. A little bit on my tippy toes to replace a light bulb the other day, and it started taking like a little bit. It wouldn't get in there, whatever. And within like I don't know, 40 seconds, my arm was like, ow! I have no more strength. Oh,
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm.
Bambi is your ruler.
Yeah, Autumn, you're right. You're right.
Well,
though.
listen, if Bambi asked me to change a light bulb,
It
I'm
says
screwed.
here AI, by the way, the
The
white-tailed deer.
AI is saying this. That's
AI
not
is
even a
saying
real
this.
thing.
White-tailed
What are you
deer.
doing?
White-tailed
Do you hate
deer.
Hollywood writers?
White-tailed deer
Don't
in
let him speak.
Georgia.
Say it again. White-tailed deer.
USA.
White-tailed-
Natural
USA.
predators.
USA.
No natural predators in the state of Georgia.
That
Who?
is true. That's why you have to hunt. That's
Yeah.
why there's
That's
hunting.
why they're
season.
all over
So
DeKalb
Autumn
County.
is right. Score one, Autumn.
No, well, that's why.
Always right.
But now, what would hunt them? Like bobcats or something? If
They're
we had
too
more.
small.
No natural
need
predators.
we'd need
I'm
mountain
not
lions
asking
and wolves.
what is the natural.
Mountain
That's what
lions
I've
and
been
wolves, they're
saying.
not here anymore.
Okay,
So that's why
okay.
they walk all over your streets and
So okay, so
Coyotes,
we should just get we should hire a mountain lion in our neighborhood, right? Can you do that? Can
He'll-
you hire?
he'll-
Or just
he
a
won't go
guy.
after your dogs or
No,
your
no,
cats,
no.
just the
Or your
deer.
children.
Yeah.
Just hire a guy.
You just sit the mount you
Yeah.
sit the mountain lion down.
There you go.
And you say, listen, the kids and the people is just all you're here. Are you listening to me? You're here
He's not
to kill.
asleep.
Hold on, I'm trying to reason
Purring.
with the mountain lion.
He's like growling at you.
He, you are here. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Hey, this is just you and me right now. Okay, you can drop the BS. Okay, it's just us. Right.
He might eat
You are
you.
here. You're being paid to. You're being paid to kill deer only, not house pets, not loved ones. Repeat after me. No loved ones. All right. I know. Look, here's half
You're
now.
being disemboweled.
Eric, you can't
No,
pet him.
this is how I do
you
it.
Cannot
this
pet
is
him.
how I do it.
You
This is-
think
this
you're
is the
like
understanding.
Grizzly Man right now, and Grizzly Man really
This-
thought he had a connection with those bears.
This is the understanding. This is the understanding. Half now, half when the job is done properly later. You know? Any loved ones go, you're not getting the other half. Yeah, hey, don't be like that with me. Don't give me an attitude. Alex Williams says there's brake lights near the airport.
Yeah, we're watching them, Eric. 75 southbound, really stacked up from Central Avenue as you make your way through Hateville down into Forest Park. No relief from that slow zone until you make your way south of Forest Parkway, approaching Terra Boulevard. 675 southbound, it's a little slow through Ellenwood, just passing Forest Park, exit number 5, where you go from 3 lanes to 2 down there. 85 southbound, not too bad, but 285 eastbound, the outer loop, passing the airport. Pretty slow this afternoon. You're seeing the brake lights leaving I-85 through the airport tunnels over to the ramp to 75 south. And in Cobb County, right next to the ballpark, we got a stall in the left lane of that low ramp that takes you to 285 eastbound coming off of Cobb Parkway. No authorities there to help that one out yet. How's it right up I-85 toward Gwinnett County, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 85 northbound remains jammed starting at Chambly Tucker Road towards Beaver Ruin Road. And then those rides free up a little bit, and then just a slight tap of the brakes getting to I-985 from Old Peachtree Road. And Georgia 400 northbound, it remains slow from the perimeter getting towards Northridge Road. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When you need to know.
This story is developing in Atlanta.
When you want to know.
Severe weather is on its way.
When you have to know.
We'll alert you as soon as this closure clears.
Get notifications
from your source for news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Download it from your app store today.
Are you taking your garage door for granted? Is it squeaking and whining for attention? Overhead Door Company of Atlanta is here with same-day repair service. Experienced technicians have been servicing homeowners in Atlanta since 1935. That's 90 years. Overhead Door Company of Atlanta can handle all your garage door and opener needs. For same-day repair service, schedule online at overheaddooratlanta.com or call 404-USA-DOOR.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group, to discuss one of the biggest blind spots that people face when saving for retirement, and it's a head-scratcher. Chris, how do so many people not know what they're invested in?
That's the biggest flaw that everybody runs into. They think they know what equities they have, they think they know what bonds they have, but they really don't know how those mutual funds or how those index funds are performing in conjunction with one another. So, I would liken this to a big pot of soup, and we're just throwing all the ingredients in the refrigerator in this thing. It's not very good. It's just a mishmash of stuff. And sometimes you like the way it tastes. Sometimes you don't. And when you don't know why. You don't know if you got too much chicken in there or too much vegetables in there or what's going on. And I ask every caller that comes in for an initial consultation, do you know how your portfolio is broken down? And they say, well, I've got, 20 or so options in my 401k, and I just picked 2 of them or 3 of them. I thought I needed some international. I thought I needed some U.S. equities. I thought I needed some bonds. And they're just guessing. So you have to absolutely know what you're invested in, and that's where we will run the 401k portfolio x-ray for you, because that'll break it down. If you're not proficient at investing and don't understand this world, we will walk you through it. Not knowing what you're invested in is a big hindrance to growing and protecting your money. We will run a portfolio x-ray for you and educate you on exactly what's in your portfolio.
Set up a time to get your complimentary portfolio x-ray today. Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858. That's 404-737-3858, or book online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163. 546.
With our weather extremes, I wanted windows that would stand the test of time. Hi, it's meteorologist Glenn Burns, and I found them. I love my Infinity from Marvin Fiberglass Windows from North Georgia Replacement Windows. I was blown away. They're energy efficient and incredibly durable. 8 times stronger than vinyl, so they last. Experience the fiberglass difference in your home or in their new Alpharetta showroom.
Infinity from Marvin Replacement Windows, yeah!
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
This is Congressman Mike Collins. In just a few short weeks, President Trump and House Republicans have worked to secure the southern border, root out government waste, and restore American energy dominance. Learn more about our efforts at collins.house.gov and let me know how I can best serve you as we turn our country around.
Paid for with official funds from the Office of Representative Mike Collins.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Just like one's taste in music, every home is unique. That's why Mama Bear and I chose Scana Energies, our natural gas provider. They have options to fit your home's needs. But since you're busy, I'll help you find the right music for now. Maybe rock and roll. Or something more serene. Oh, yeah. Sign up with Scana today and save up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, do we have enough time? We have to at least start this story. We got to do this disgusting story because it's by protocol. We have to have one completely stomach-turning story.
But we got to save that one.
Show.
We
You want to save that one?
Yet.
Okay.
Or after the break.
There's a little too much for that one. Okay.
Yeah, I can tell you quickly right now that pathetic Army Hammer, remember him? So desperate for attention.
Isn't he a cannibal or something?
Yeah, he was a cannibal.
Yeah, come on. We all make mistakes.
Well, he tried to eat people.
He didn't actually succeed?
Okay, look, he's desperate
No harm,
for any
no
kind
foul.
of attention.
He did that reality show with his mom.
He's got his podcast now, Hammer Time.
Oh, that's what it is, yeah.
He opened up to a mental health coach about the time he tried hooking up with a man, a tall, beautiful French
We have
man.
the audio of that. Can you believe
I
that?
tried hooking up with a dude one time, handsome, French. You know,
Sure,
the whole thing.
sure,
I was
the
like,
whole thing.
I was like,
Stop
okay,
for
this
one
could
second
work.
here,
This
because
could
I know
work.
we got to restart it. It's like, what I don't understand is why. Why are you telling us this? Is this
He
some
needs
kind of like
attention.
comeback kind of thing? Like I'm not
Yes,
the
he's
cannibal that you
desperate.
used
He's
to.
pathetic.
Well, you really dislike this guy.
I
wonder if people
It's so
went,
obvious
was
what he's doing.
I know, but so is Will Smith, right? I mean, everybody's got to kind of make your way back into the good graces, right?
The Sussexes do the same
The
thing.
Sussexes.
Well, Gen Z is
so
very
funny
understanding.
That you called me
of
that because that's my name.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Meghan Sussex
You
Markle.
didn't hear the audio. Thanks, Sussex.
We did not hear the audio, but we will. You know what? You just need to relax, Greg Russ. All in good time. All good things are coming to you, Greg Russ. But you have to be patient. Patience, Greg Russ, is a virtue. You hearing me, Greg Russ?
Yes, hurry up.
I'm
Get to
sorry.
traffic.
Greg Sussex. Alex Williams says there's a stall on 285 by the ballpark.
And believe it or not, it's also starting to rain up that way. Seeing the wet pavement, this stall is on that low ramp that takes you to 285 eastbound. The inner loop also comes off from Cobb Parkway. It is in the left lane where we're also seeing some rain coming down, so use caution there. If you're traveling 75 northbound out of northwest Atlanta, on and off the brakes this afternoon, just north of Northside Drive, Howell Mill, exit 252 up to the I-285 interchange. Then you jam up again from Delk Road, and you stay on and off the brakes all the way up into Kennesaw. 575 northbound, you're also seeing some delays leaving the Chastain Road, Bells Ferry area up to Highway 92 in Woodstock. 400 southbound, it's getting slower out of Alpharetta into Roswell from Old Milton Parkway down past Mansell Road, approaching Holcomb Bridge Road, exit number 7. How is the ride through Midtown and downtown, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 85 southbound, heavy volume starting at the Georgia 400 merge. 75 south, brake lights starting before North Side Drive, all getting to I-20. Northbound rides on 75-85 are in the same shape. Tough delay starting just past Langford Parkway, getting to North Avenue. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any H system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Ready to transform your outdoor living space? Welcome to SPF Screens and Awnings, the experts in outdoor screen and shade products proudly serving Atlanta. At SPF, we tailor solutions just for you. With our custom-built screens and awnings, you choose the material, color, and design to match your style. Looking for comfort and privacy? Our motorized screens keep the bugs and sun out while allowing the breeze in with the click of a button. With SPF, our seamless turnaround means you'll have your products in just a few weeks. And with our 5-year warranty on hurricane screens and 10-year warranty on screens and awnings, you know you're investing in quality that lasts. We even offer flexible financing. Elevate your outdoor area today. Transform your outdoor living with SPF Screens and Awnings, where comfort meets style. For a limited time, enjoy $250 off our motorized awnings and screens. Purchase any awning and receive a free LED light upgrade to enhance your outdoor experience with a perfect ambiance day or night. Visit sunprotection.com to schedule your free consultation. That's sunprotection.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-935-6077. 800-935-6077. 800-935-6077. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. Our top local story, a new effort in Fulton County to help federal workers facing job cuts.
Some say you're fired. I say you're hired here in Fulton County.
It's called Operation Public Servant. Fulton County Commission Chairman Rob Pitts says there are likely at least 2,000 county residents now out of a job thanks to the DOJ purge of federal employees. He wants to welcome them to the ranks of Fulton County.
We have approximately 800 positions that are authorized positions that are funded, but they're vacant. We need good, qualified, experienced, professional people.
Pitts says if these workers meet the job requirements, they are guaranteed an interview in Fulton County. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Some of the CDC probationary workers fired by the Trump administration are getting their jobs back.
Some CDC workers who were let go in the federal job cuts got an email saying that they were clear to return to work. There has been intense public pressure from Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock to keep CDC fully staffed. On the Senate floor last month, he said this.
Where in the world would we be without the CDC?
Some of the workers who were reinstated were young scientists at local health departments and lab workers who help on investigations when it comes to public health threats. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
And the Trump administration says today it's planning to cut up to 80,000 workers from the Department of Veterans Affairs. DOJ is planning to help restructure the VA and resize its workforce. It is 51 degrees in Atlanta. Sunshine returning tomorrow. How much of a warm-up is on the way? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. New information today on a deadly officer-involved shooting in Hiram over the weekend. The woman shot and killed after approaching police with a knife is now accused of killing her teenage son first. She's identified as 38-year-old Danielle McDowell. The GBI says she stabbed her son, 18-year-old Khalil Wigfall. Family members say McDowell was suffering a mental health crisis. It is the end of a 7-year mystery. Authorities in Denver make a shocking discovery when they find a child safe years after he was kidnapped in Atlanta.
It started as a call to 911 from a citizen who noticed a couple and 2 children enter a vacant home in Douglas County, Colorado. When police showed up and interviewed the suspects, their stories didn't match.
They worked tirelessly to verify the identities of everyone involved, leading to the realization that 14-year-old Abdul Aziz Khan had been abducted by his non-custodial mother, Rabia Khalid, back in 2017.
Sheriff Darren Weekly says Khalid had been in a dispute with Khan's father. The man and woman face a list of felony charges. Khan's case was featured on Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
The state Senate votes tomorrow on a bill that would pull funding from public schools that push diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
Our public universities should be placed places of rigorous debate and intellectual diversity, merit-based opportunities, not institutions that push political agendas with taxpayer funding.
Senator Marty Harbin is the bill's sponsor. Senate Minority Leader Harold Jones says the legislation will set back efforts to bring equality to education.
The assault on diversity is actually an assault on American values.
The Trump administration has also threatened to pull federal funding for schools that push DEI. New this half hour, the city of Sandy Springs has a new way to provide health care to residents.
The new community paramedicine program is aimed at improving health care access to residents through preventative and ongoing care. Community paramedic Paul Long says it will have an impact.
Being able to improve the overall general health of our citizens while making sure that we have the emergency services available and free to run those calls when they're appropriately needed.
They hope to expand the program in the future. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 5:34, and this news is sponsored by Finley Roofing. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Watching a line of rain showers right now. Bill is stretching anywhere from the I-285 corridor on the west side across I-75 in Marietta, even up into 400 along Sandy Springs, Roswell, Alpharetta, Milton area. We're watching a hero hold the low ramp that takes you to 285 eastbound from Cobb Parkway there next to Truist Park as he tries to clear a stall off to the side there. If you're traveling 400 northbound, you're jammed up from 285 on the wet pavement up to Northridge exit 6. Then it's sluggish up through Alpharetta, clearing the work zone at Windward Parkway. Now also 285 west and southbound the outer loop. Very slow on the wet pavement now, leaving I-75. Going to take you about 15 minutes through Smyrna Vinings down to I-20, the West Freeway. Speaking of, how are we doing on I-20, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, looking over into Cab 20 eastbound, you're slow leaving the perimeter to Panola Road, and West Freeway rides, you're on and off the brakes. I-20 westbound leaving I-285 getting into Douglasville. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, and here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clouds moving out, chilly air moving in. Temperatures falling to the low to mid 30s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, high 55. Another cold start for Friday with morning lows in the upper 30s. Friday afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy, highs in the mid 60s. Mostly cloudy for this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, morning lows in the upper 40s, daytime highs in the upper 50s, low 60s, with a few hit or miss rain showers throughout the course of Saturday and Sunday.
Storm Tracker radar shows a couple of bands of rain showers moving through the metro area at this hour. 48 in Brookhaven, 49 in Beaufort, and 51 in Forest Park. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Your roof has been working overtime lately. Heavy rain and severe storms have impacted our area again. So how did your roof hold up? Hey, it's Dave Baker, host of the Home Fix-It Show here. Water is your home's #1 enemy. Heavy rain and severe storms like we've had recently can expose roof leaks and lead to water damage. I recommend you schedule a free roof analysis with my roofer, Finley Roofing, the roof guys. If your roof is leaking or damaged, it's possible that you don't even see any signs yet, but you could see water inside. Look around, check your attic, ceiling, drywall, and chimney area. Do you see dripping water, wet spots, or water streaks? If yes, think of Finley first. Finley Roofing is locally owned and operated. They always follow the golden rule to treat you right, and I trust them in my home. You can trust them too. Get peace of mind with no obligation and no charge. Schedule your free roof analysis at finleyroofing.com.
Roof. Looking for ways to save on your energy bill? This is Scott Slate. Well, the first step is knowing how much energy you're using. With Georgia Power's My Power Usage tool, you can check your daily energy consumption and see how even slight adjustments can help lower your energy bill. Turning off your lights when not in use, caulking and weather stripping windows and doors, washing full loads of clothes in cold water can all make a difference. Check out the resources that can help manage your energy usage at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. We can reawaken any space to make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Yeah, CNN is just seizing on everything. Fired employees say NOAA layoffs will affect storm preps. What do you expect fired employees to say? You won't see. Oh, I'm gone now? You're not going to see any difference. What is a fired employee going to say? You know what? I think they're going to be better off without me. Is that something you would expect a fired employee to say?
I'm the only one who cleans that microwave, and without me,
that's right.
The whole office is going to smell like popcorn.
Yeah, because Janice, with her clam chowder every afternoon.
God.
All right, Greg.
I'd admit it.
Yes?
I would just admit. Like, if I wasn't doing much and I wasn't really needed, I'd say it was a good run. They finally got me.
I got away with a lot.
Yeah, it was good while it lasted.
I can't complain.
They used to say, it's good for government work.
Yeah.
Good while it lasted. All right, where were we? I felt like we left something up in the air.
Army Hammer on his podcast, so desperate for attention, is talking about the time he tried to hook up with a tall, beautiful Frenchman.
I just don't understand because it seems to me it's almost lives in the same area of like a humble brag. I'm not meaning he's bragging. I'm meaning it's one thing for another. I just feel like the whole reason to go through this is to let the ladies know, but I just couldn't do it. You know, like, it's like wanting everything. I want the world to know that I'm open-minded and I can love everybody. But, in the end, it just wasn't for me. I don't know. It's just like a weird,
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Again, trying to rehab his image in a weird way.
Yeah.
wants the attention, and we're talking about it.
Definitely playing to those Gen Zs for sure.
Yeah,
I tried hooking up with a dude one time, handsome, French, the whole thing.
whole thing.
I was like, okay, this could work.
By the way, stop for
Yeah,
1 second
let's try
again. By the way, handsome and French just don't necessarily always go together.
Yeah, Gerard Depardieu.
Well, he was handsome when he was younger.
He was? Okay, I only know him as
Don't you
an
remember
old
he
guy.
used to be in like rom-coms? You see him now and you go, wow, that guy was like Green
Even
Card.
in rom-coms, he still was kind of ugly. But
Oh,
he was
re-
like, yeah, it was kind of like hot ugly.
Yeah, he had like a look.
He was charming.
Yeah, like he had a look. Yeah.
Women
But
are
now-
way more forgiving.
You see him now and he looks like Weinstein or something. Anyway, go ahead.
I tried hooking up with a dude one time, handsome, French, the
Sure,
whole thing.
sure,
I was
the
like,
whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this could work.
Sure,
This could work.
sure.
Let's try this. I remember I started making out with him, and I just remember being like, God, years. This thing is fucking rough. Like, how do I get in?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy, we
Thank you,
shouldn't have
George.
come back to that audio.
Oh, my goodness.
That's twice in a row I've been on that something happened.
Did I get that audio? Who got that audio?
I got it. That's on me.
All right.
That's on me.
Get him out of here.
that's a good story.
Get him out of here.
The
Go.
dirty mouth fool.
Go find your mama.
Go
cut
him Moving on.
Yeah, so I guess we're past that story. So basically what he's saying was
Yeah,
he tried it, but he didn't like it.
Yeah, he ended up
but
saying-
he dropped an F-bomb in there that we didn't catch, so nobody gets to hear it. We did all right this time, I hope. Good. No, that's it. Nice to know. You know what? It's been a week of making sure that the
People are on their toes.
Yeah, make sure the delay dump is working, and we're here to tell you, folks. If we're
Thank
still
God
here
it is.
tomorrow, it is. All right.
It is
what's
twice I've been on in a row. That
I know.
This week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Ready for the next story?
I am ready for the next
This,
story.
F yeah.
This is a Tim Andrews special.
All right. Coming down the track.
OnlyFans.
Woo woo. No, this is the disgusting story.
No, it has nothing to do with me. I just
Well,
No, you
you're
presented
disgusting,
it.
and the story's disgusting.
You presented it. You're the one who put it in the Slack and then
Yeah.
said, hey, let's talk about this.
Yeah, it's true.
OnlyFans star Lily Phillips, who is 23 years old, is sleeping with elderly men in nursing homes for in her OnlyFans
Excuse me.
sex stunt.
As a man who's 60, I could still respond with.
Hey, she's satisfying her fans. What's wrong with that?
Steve
Little
is
fan
her.
service.
Steve, who's 82 years old. He's really he's a big fan. One of the
Come on.
biggest.
You won't.
Get on top, honey.
Don't just sit in the chair.
Do we have
Got a
some
bad
we have
knee.
some audio of her with a couple of old dudes. Not this is pre.
Let me take out my teeth first.
Today I'm at the care home visiting my oldest fan. When I said I don't mind guys any age or any size, I really meant it. I found my oldest fan via Facebook, and when I asked for his address, he actually sent me the address of a care home. So I'm actually here with
Care home.
him and his friends, and I'm going to show them a good time.
And then you get to watch them?
I get. Well, that's what it's all about,
Pay for
right?
it.
Who wants to see that? By the way,
I kind of want to see it.
You want to see it like a car
Yeah,
wreck?
I want to I just want to look.
Yeah, not me.
Just look.
Yeah.
Old people don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
I think there are old dudes who would look at that and go, "Hey, I could get one."
No, yeah,
Steve, I see the preview video here, and Steve's got a cool beard. He's kind of hip for his age.
Yeah, he's kind of doing as I recall, is he not doing the sort of the Quaker Oats guy thing? Is it just a beard with no mustache or something? Or
There's a beard with no mustache, but when we get to the chin, the beard has been shaved off, so it comes down the sides. So there's a big gap in the
so he's
middle.
still young at heart.
He's like an old rocker.
Yeah, I'll bet you he listens to AC/DC in his Dodge, something or other.
No, they took his keys a long time ago. He doesn't drive.
He's not that old. I don't think these guys don't look
If
that
he's in a
old.
care home, I don't think you can drive if you're in a care home.
What's a care home? Oh, he's
I
in
think
a
it's
care
the
home?
old folks' home.
Are they in
Yeah,
an
that's
old
what she
folks
was saying.
That's where
home?
she's going to
What?
old folks'
That's what
homes.
she was saying.
I didn't
Care
get
home.
that. I
care
couldn't
home.
understand
So
her
it's-
accent because I'm a racist. I mean, no, we covered that yesterday.
Care home.
Today I'm at the care home.
Oh, I thought she was at a cat home. I didn't know.
Cow, cat.
No, she's going to the
Cat.
nursing home, as you call it as a Yankee. The nursing home.
Yeah, well, you know what? Isn't that better than the, the
Old
traveling?
folks home.
No, I'm saying it's like having this lady show up. Isn't that better than having to sit through I don't know. There's like entertainers who go through nursing homes.
Oh, it's a Jimmy Buffett cover band. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. I'd rather have the ladies show up.
Cheeseburger and
Yeah.
A pirate looks at 80.
Come on, everybody. Jeez, all the old people dancing. Cheeseburger in paradise. Yeah, I think I'd rather have the OnlyFans lady show up.
Cheeseburger in paradise.
With her offerings.
Oh, no. I just found out that Lily Phillips, who we're talking about, has a rival. Tiffany, Wisconsin's doing the same thing. I don't know who created this bit first, going to the nursing homes and hooking up with the older men.
Tiffany's in her 30s, though.
I'm going over to the old folks' home down the road.
Oh, this is Tiffany from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Well, her name's
And,
just Tiffany, Wisconsin.
I found my drunkest fan.
Uh-huh.
And he's
so
going to fall asleep on top of me.
You're just going to go. You're in Wisconsin, so you're just going to do just old alcoholics.
I hope you brought a bag.
I brought a bag. There you go.
Oh, he's asleep now.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in.
Wake me up later.
And there's value
Gotta
here.
go
I'd
plow
like
the
you
driveway.
I'd like you to know that there's value here. Both these women find value. They say the older men, they're experienced, they take their time.
They pay
They
money.
actually value the time they spend together. The younger guys are just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Then there's a conversation afterwards. They sit down, they chat. She feeds them baby food.
I was in the Falkland Islands, but I fought in the war back then. We parachuted out. I was one of the first to ever see the Harrier jump jet. It's going to take me another hour to get it where it needs to be again. We can sit here and talk.
You can imagine some of these old guys wouldn't even know what was going on. But it's still pleasant.
Where am I? This is something I haven't felt since the Nixon days.
This is wherever I am. It's heaven.
Yes.
Alex Williams says there's wet pavement. This is not another OnlyFans.
No.
account.
This is
wet
pavement.
Wet pavement.
Alex might have his own little OnlyFans. I'm not sure.
You never know. Delays along 285.
Got to make ends meet, right? We are watching the wet pavement delays. This is due to the rain on I-285. 285 westbound jams in Dunwoody from Ashford Dunwoody Road over to I-75 in Cobb County, staying on and off the brakes where it's also been raining through Smyrna Vinings down to I-20, the West Freeway. Into Cobb County, 285 eastbound, you slow as well from Ashford Dunwoody as you make the trek into Dorville, approaching I-85 Spaghetti Junction, with the southbound delays continuing through Tucker and down into Clarkston. DOT has been looking for a crash. We haven't found it yet on the jam cam. 85 northbound in Swanee, approaching 985, reported to be in the right lane. Again, haven't found it yet. Just sluggish coming up from the lanes that merge in from Old Peachtree Road. How are we looking through downtown, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, it's slow. 75-85 northbound. Those brake lights packing in before University Ave around the Grady Curve to North Avenue. Southbound rides jam before the downtown merge, getting to I-20. And this report is sponsored by Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. Craving something fresh and flavorful? Discovers Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. High quality, affordable, and made fresh daily. Find Zenshi Sushi today at your local Publix markets right by the seafood counter. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Buying a new car? Need help fixing your current car? What's the safest car for a first-time buyer? The Car Guys have the answer. Join Shelley Winter and automotive expert Kevin Deutsch this and every Saturday at 12 for all your car needs. The Car Guys, presented by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world, so why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you could find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life. Your bride-to-be deserves more than a cookie-cutter engagement ring, so explore the vast options of custom design rings at Terra Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort, Georgia. Terra Fine Jewelry Company.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years!
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five!
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hi, it's Tim Andrews. I needed some work done on my roof. I'd heard about FGA Roofing on the station, so I called them. If you're in the market for a new roof or repair, give them a call. Mention Tim Andrews and get $1,000 off a new roof. Use your good credit to get 0% interest. Search FGA Roofing today.
Don't miss your chance to take advantage of the buy two, get two free and pay nothing until 2027. Offer ending soon, only from Window Nation. Schedule your free estimate now at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
This is Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. In a perfect world, when you have a plumbing issue, you want a plumber that answers the phone when you call, shows up on time, respects your home, and tells you exactly what needs to be done, quotes you a price, and does the job right the first time. They appreciate your business, and Superior Plumbing becomes your plumber for life. Call Superior Plumbing to come fix your plumbing issues.
Superior, the honest one. Call 770-422-PLUM.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell, and for over a decade, I've trusted America's best choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks.
Spring is the perfect time to update your home, and America's Best Choice makes it easy with these spring specials. Highest quality, energy-efficient windows starting at just $299. Take 10% off a new deck and create the outdoor oasis of your dreams. No pressure, no gimmicks. Visit abcwin.com today to schedule your free consultation.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or consumercellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
CNN's talking to the lady who held up the "This is not normal" sign behind Trump. Here's the problem, Miss House of whatever. Where is she from? New Mexico? I don't know where else she's from. Miss Member of the House. Here's the problem. Your idea of normal, you know how much it's going to add to the debt today? $10 billion. Because your idea of what is normal adds $10 billion of debt every single day to the debt of this country. So your idea of normal has been looked at and rejected. I'm sorry.
Melanie Stansberry is her name.
Melanie
from New
Stansberry.
Mexico.
Your idea of normal is every single day we go $10 billion further into debt. So once again, let me use a catchphrase the kids love. It's unsustainable. Greg Russ, are you know, we have Dr. Joe coming up, but you can stick around if you want to.
That's a lot of voices.
No, I know, but you're pretty good at not jumping in. But if you got something to do, that's fine. But I have to get to this story. We just did the story about what was the George? What is your thing? I'm sorry, I'm blanking.
We talked about Lily Phillips, but today I found out.
Yeah. So okay, right. We talked about the story about the
OnlyFans connection.
I don't know how that left my brain that quickly. That's how you know I'm not a creep. Because I forgot the story about the 23-year-old OnlyFans person who's going to old folks' homes and having sex with old men. Car homes. George Clark piped in with something he just found out.
Yeah, today my mom went to lunch with the person that used to babysit me, and her son would often take care of me. And I found out today that son is now an OnlyFans creator along with his girlfriend. They're a team.
This was your babysitter.
Yeah.
Did you look him up?
I haven't looked him up, but supposedly he's bought a house off of it. So
wow.
he's doing all right. Yeah, and a
Good
part of
for
his
him.
content is playing drums in the nude.
He plays drums in the nude.
You should get a free
Oh,
membership.
okay.
He knows you.
Yeah, it's true. You should get a free membership.
Free sub.
I'd like to be.
No, hold on, Ringo. Just wait.
whoever that guy is.
So this is just. By the way, Autumn, do drummers? Do women? Would that be a fantasy? Like that a guy's drumming naked? Would that be a fantasy?
I don't think it's for the women.
I'd like to be.
No, Ringo, you're not gonna. No,
Why not?
No, you can't. You can't.
I'm in a care home.
I'm here at the care home.
Come on in. You
Oh,
recognize me?
You're nude.
No autographs. It's gonna get tossed.
Hello, Ringo. You seem very
It
old.
needs to get tossed.
So
right
That's
now.
what I'm here for. I brought this.
I need a good tossing.
So
You've got it.
now hold on, Autumn. I think you're wrong because I don't know if you heard George. It's this guy and his girlfriend. That's their OnlyFans.
Yeah, but he's okay. He's doing that. I don't think women are there to see him drum naked.
Uh-huh.
I think men may look for that video and enjoy that. If they do content together, then who knows who that could be? That could be for anybody.
Let's
but
play Yellow Submarine.
I'm curious to see what goes on when somebody's moving all the limbs like that.
I get off with a little help from my friend.
Is he standing when he's drumming? I don't. It seems like maybe it'd be difficult to kind of really.
I know. Where does it go? See, this is why you should look.
Why don't you report back to me? Let me know how.
I
it
can't
goes.
afford the only.
You know me. I'm not really into percussion.
Send me the name.
Yeah, there's ways
Text
around it.
me the name, George.
All right. Are you gonna stick around, Greg? It's up to you.
I got to go today, but in the future, if this is part of the deal, I'll hang around.
Fine, leave. All right, we'll talk to you on Friday. Alex Williams says there's a slow ride on 75 through Marietta. Yeah, watching that where the rain has fallen, 75 northbound. The brake lights will find you just north of a Delk Road, exit 261. And you just keep your foot on that brake pedal all the way up toward Kennesaw, passing Chastain Road. Southbound, not much better. It's slow as well. Out of Marietta, down to I-285. DOT checking on a possible new stall in the center lane right around Truist Park as you approach the I-285 interchange there. 400 northbound on the brakes from 285, making your way up into Northridge. 85 northbound. Never found that crash up around I-985, but the slowest part of that ride out of DeKalb into Gwinnett County is going to be from Chamblee Tucker, and you'll break free up around Beaver Ruin Road, exit number 102. How are we looking on the south side, Kobe Dawkins?
75 northbound moving through McDonough, sluggish from Highway 155 nearing Hudson Bridge Road, and southbound ride, you're on and off the brakes starting at Jodico Road to North McDonough Road. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
90 years. That's how long Overhead Door Company of Atlanta has been repairing and replacing garage doors. 90 years. Since 1935. Broken spring or a dead garage door opener? They won't leave you stuck. They're ready with same-day repair service. Always look for the iconic red ribbon of the genuine, the original Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. For same-day repair service, schedule online at overheaddooratlanta.com or call 404-USA-DOOR.
Hey diamond lovers, Shane Company knows fine jewelry. That means a lot when you're looking for a dream engagement ring, a beautiful keepsake, or the perfect gift. When it's this important, you want someone who knows exactly how to work with your budget. Not against it. Someone who knows you deserve a piece more beautiful than you've ever imagined. Through 4 generations as a family business, we've always sourced our diamonds and gemstones directly, cut out the middleman, and passed the savings on to you. Come see us in store and compare our wide selection of diamonds, rubies, and a rainbow of sapphires in different shapes and sizes. So many in stock and ready to take home today. Create your dream engagement ring in 3 easy steps. Or pick a perfectly preset ring that's created by our in-house design team. Browse our selection of fine jewelry gifts for everyone in your life, from diamond and gemstone studs to must-have tennis bracelets and beautiful birthstone necklaces. With our everyday competitive prices and unmatched free lifetime warranty, Shane Company is your go-to destination for fine jewelry. Visit shaneco.com and come in to see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
See this garage door? I gotta be honest with you. It's ugly. I mean, successful, attractive homeowner like you, it's time to move on. This is not the garage door your parents thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. And that ain't true with everything in life, don't get me wrong. I mean, honey, if you're listening, you can't divorce me just because I'm no longer the handsome stud you married. But your garage door? The neighbors all think you can totally do better. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Let us show you how many sexy new alternatives there are. Just waiting for someone like you. You swipe right on a beautiful new design, we install everything in a lovely ceremony, and you and your new garage door live happily ever after. For better, not worse. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come make it right. Maybe I should pick up some flowers on the way home.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Hey, if you've been thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, now you can sell your home fast and for more than you expect. Hey, Sean Hannity here. One of the most stressful things about selling your home is not being able to control the timing. Now, Mark Spain Real Estate, they allow you to receive an all-cash offer and close in as little as 21 days. Just go to markspain.com to find out what your guaranteed offer will be. That's markspain.com, and you can start packing.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story: from schools to stores, controversy over diversity, equity, and inclusion. A much-anticipated vote happens tomorrow under the Gold Dome.
The bill would pull state funding for any K-12 school, college, or university that pushes DEI initiatives. Democratic State Senator Nikki Merritt blasting the proposal.
It is an insult to the entire state of Georgia and the diversity that we enjoy.
But bill sponsor Senator Marty Harbin says DEI has gone beyond the intent.
They've become ideological filters that stifle free speech, enforcement of group identity over individual merit.
The Trump administration has also threatened to pull federal funding for schools that push DEI. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
And with Lent starting today, Pastor Jamal Bryant of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Stonecrest is calling on people not to shop at Target for the next 40 days. It's in response to the retailer's decision to revoke its DEI initiatives.
For America to operate with a blindfold as if we are in a post-racial society is absolutely delusional.
He says at the end of Lent, they'll decide if they want to continue the boycott for another 40 days. 49 degrees in Atlanta with some rain moving through the metro at this hour. Temperatures falling into the 30s by morning. How much of a warm-up is coming? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. New details today on the deadly officer-involved shooting in Hiram over the weekend. The woman shot by police is accused of killing her teenage son.
The GBI says the person who was stabbed to death at the Columns Apartments on Sunday is identified as 18-year-old Khalil Malik Wigfall, the son of the woman holding the knife who was shot by police, 38-year-old Danielle McDowell. When officers arrived Sunday, Khalil was face down in the complex parking lot suffering from multiple stab wounds. Danielle was shot by officers after she refused to drop the knife, headed towards officers, and didn't respond to the taser. Her family says that she was a veteran suffering a mental health crisis, and she and Khalil had moved to Hiram for a fresh start. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
A child abducted in Atlanta 7 years ago is found safe in Colorado, and 2 people are now facing charges. U.S. Marshal Kirk Taylor says Abdul Aziz Khan, now 14 years old, was found with his non-custodial mother and her husband just outside of Denver.
We went to 11 different states looking for this young lady and the child, and it had really gone cold. We entered it in NCMEC, we'd entered it in everything we could to try to keep shaking the tree and rattling the bushes to see if we could get it to fall out.
Aziz and another child were taken into protective custody by authorities. Aziz's disappearance went viral after it was documented in Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries series. 1 person is dead after a car crashes into a townhome in Norcross. Police say the driver experienced a medical emergency. The Georgia State Patrol is now investigating. Out of work federal employees could find a job with Fulton County.
Some say you're fired. I say you're hired here in Fulton County.
Fulton County Chairman Rob Pitt says Operation Public Servant provides guaranteed job interviews to federal workers affected by job cuts. The county has over 600 vacant positions. President Trump announces today U.S. automakers will get a 1-month reprieve from new tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico. And that is good news on Wall Street. As we check your money, stocks make up some of the losses to start the week after the tariff worries. The Dow closes the day up more than 400 480 points. S&P and NASDAQ up more than 1% on the day. As we approach spring in Georgia, be on the lookout for a certain type of hornet nest.
The yellow-legged hornet is a threat to Georgia's #1 industry, agriculture. State Ag Commissioner Tyler Harper says embryo nests could start showing up now as the queen starts laying eggs in the spring.
They threaten our honeybee and pollinator populations in our state.
He says it's critical that nests are destroyed. Embryo nests can be found in trees, shrubs, or other elevated locations. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic, and here is Alex Williams.
Just found some new trouble in Cobb County, Bill. It's a stalled flatbed tractor trailer, 75 southbound, right at the ramps to I-285. It knocks out a center lane of 75 south, kind of where you get over to the right to get onto 285, so that's going to add to the brake lights as you make your way south through Marietta, with northbound staying slow up into Kennesaw. Once you hit 285 southbound, the outer loop over there by Truist Park, the brake lights are still glowing, but trying to improve, making your way past South Cobb Drive and Hollowell Parkway. 285 east and southbound, the inner loop into Cobb County, you jam up from Chamblee Dunwoody Road over to I-85 Spaghetti Junction. Then moderate volume continues southbound into Clarkston, and those delays start to improve right around Memorial Drive. Been watching plenty of brake lights through Midtown and downtown, Kobe Dawkins.
And that's correct. 85 south, heavy volume starting before the Georgia 400 merge. 75 south, brake lights starting past Northside Drive, both getting to I-20. Northbound rides are slow as well. 75-85 delay starting just past Langford Parkway, getting to North Avenue. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta Homes. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clouds moving out, chilly air moving in. Temperatures falling to the low to mid 30s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, high 55. Another cold start for Friday with morning lows in the upper 30s. Friday afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy, highs in the mid 60s. Mostly cloudy for this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, morning lows in the upper 40s, daytime highs in the upper 50s, low 60s, with a few hit or miss rain showers throughout the course of Saturday and Sunday.
Storm tracker radar showing some spotty rain showers moving across the metro this hour. 48 in Johns Creek, 44 in Hiram, 50 in Hampton. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine starts right now, and Dr. Joe's here, so let's do this.
It's time for Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Joe.
Ooh, flatline. Lost another one.
Nicely done, Note. I love that little
Another one.
One a week
isn't
isn't
bad.
bad. Yeah,
You
one
know,
a week is fine. But how many patients are in this world?
Yes, I mean
One
that's,
a week.
That's only 52 a year.
That's right.
That's
Better
only
than
52 a year. It's fine.
safer than being on an airplane.
Yes, it's safer. You know what it is? It's safer than driving a car to an airport.
Yes.
Try to put them all together.
That's right.
If
See,
I
there you
can. Wrap it up neatly. Hey, before we get into the Wellness Wednesday stuff, you see the story. We were just talking about OnlyFans stuff. But this, Luigi Mangione.
Yeah,
that's
the
guy
the
that
guy who had
killed
that "Feels So Good" hit in the 70s.
Yes.
No, this is not.
That's not different
It's his
Mangione.
son.
It's
the guy that killed the healthcare scene.
This is
different
this
Mangione.
is this is the
Plays a mean flugelhorn.
Yes.
Breathe in and out at the same time. Did I hear that? That's skill.
No, he's the good man, Joni.
That's right.
By the way, from my hometown, Rochester.
Was he
New York.
really? A lot
Yes, he was.
happened up there.
Yeah.
Lou
Well, he's
Graham.
feeling. Lou Graham is from there, singer of Foreigner. But I think they all feel kind of lesser since I've taken off, since my
That's
star has
true.
risen.
Yeah. I was talking to Lou the other day. He said
He's,
that.
oh man, that Von Hessler. He really is the most famous person from Rochester.
Yeah.
Chuck Mangione doesn't feel so good.
He does not feel so good knowing that Eric Von Hessler has become the national Rochesterian. Luigi Mangione. No, this is the sicko who killed the healthcare official,
CEO.
and for some reason, people are idiots, and they've turned him into some kind of.
Oh, the ladies love him.
Oh, I love the fact that you've deprived his children of a dad. There's sickness in this world.
He shouldn't have been making money.
Even though I agree, I don't like healthcare companies, and I don't like the way they're run. Just that I'm opposed to murder. Maybe I don't know. Am I old-fashioned? I don't know. I'm old-fashioned, I guess. But Luigi Mangione, this is DailyMail.com, sex tape bombshell as CEO assassin suspect filmed at least 20 cinema-style porn videos. He wanted to be watched, And the person who's the insider says, he's like, it wasn't just some grainy late night mistake. This is perfect lighting, everything. He wanted to be watched. And then he had a accident. So this guy was really into going to town on video. And he had an accident, hurt his back.
Oh, that's
And I
how he
think
hurt his back.
No, that wasn't how he hurt his
okay.
back surfing. But he couldn't do anything after that.
Oh.
So you'd think that there would be a tie-in, like they wouldn't pay for his insurance. He's never been insured by this company.
That's what
he
I
comes
thought,
From,
yeah.
He comes from wildly rich parents who
Yeah.
own, just have all kinds of money.
Yes.
He comes from a family that's never had to worry about a
I thought it
doctor
was
bill
his
ever.
mom had a lot of issues
Uh,
with healthcare stuff.
They were
The
there's-
lady would understand.
Well, no, I just want to say this.
Huh?
Whatever issues they had with healthcare, his family is so rich, they never had any problem paying their bills. None whatsoever. I mean, they owed like, what is it they own,
Golf
George?
courses.
Is it golf courses? Like
Yeah.
resorts or whatever, more than one. They're very rich, which is the most dangerous thing. A young person who's going to murder just for an idea, the most dangerous thing possible. Not that it's good to murder if something happened to you, but at least you could put it together, right?
Yes,
Oh, his mother was dying of cancer. She wasn't
Right.
covered because she
Angry,
wasn't
right.
covered. That's not an excuse or says it would be okay, but it would be something that your brain can understand. Okay, I get it. He lost his mind because his mom. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's just like a rich kid who decided to be the leader of a cause or something like that. But at least we know there's 20 cinema-style porn videos for the twisted women in this country who seem to think
he
that he's some
alone?
kind of.
That's what I'm
no,
imagining.
he's with women. I think
Actresses.
Actresses, as they say.
Are they
yes.
actresses or
No.
they're like homemade? Like
B. Arthur is in
They're
one.
homemade.
oh wow,
No, this is all from what I glean. They're homemade, but very
quality.
high quality, very well done. So I'm sure those will be hitting the market
first,
soon.
like,
And
between that,
all you ladies who spend your time, listening to
I'm on
serial
Reddit
killer
right now.
podcast.
they're saying his footwear that he was rocking is going to be the footwear of the summer for men.
Yeah, well, good. Okay, you guys, it's great. There's nothing wrong with the morality in America. I think it's very strong. Yeah,
who's saying that, Jared?
They.
they?
I love that.
Jared's source is more than one because he didn't say "the," he said "they."
So I will find the
it's
exact
more than-
source. I
Yeah,
can't.
don't be
I have to go off
snooty.
memory. Sorry, I don't remember the source.
Don't be
offhand.
snooty. God, the tension between Jared and Autumn.
Evidence-based. We want evidence-based radio here, yes.
Alabama.
Why don't you two just, I don't know,
Get a room.
yeah, kiss each other or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Tim too.
We're fine. We worked everything
You mean
out.
Dr. Joe and Tim?
No.
Whatever.
Let's go. Hey, kids, the audience voted.
That's it.
Party started.
All right, just put your leg up and I'll adjust. There you go. Oh,
Crack something else.
take
All
a
right.
deep breath.
How about we get a Wellness Wednesday
There you
started?
go.
Before we even get to that, I have this open mic for Dr. Joe.
Oh.
Specifically here.
Just for me.
Hey,
My back
EDH.
hurts.
I am a 50-something-year-old male, slightly overweight, and I want to take Dr. Joe out to eat.
Oh.
Because anything and everything that I eat is probably wrong, incorrect, and I need him to tell me all those technical terms that he knows to scare the
Ah.
Hey, well, at least he.
Well, you need fiber for that.
Unlike Autumn, he said he said for himself.
I know this week has been tough. That scared me.
So what say you, Dr. Joe? I've got a feeling this guy knows what he's eating is wrong.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, but if he's going to pay for
That's what
dinner,
he
I
said.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Dr. Joe.
Do we get a chaperone? You come with us?
Yeah, you're over 60 years old. You're a man.
I don't need a chaperone. Okay, but yeah.
You can
You
have
need a
the,
chaperone.
girl
if
can
you
dream,
can't
you
handle
know?
yourself.
the Dr. Joe sandwich over at R. Thomas.
That's right.
There
No,
you
that
go.
was the avocado mango salad they put on the menu.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Is that still there or was that temporary?
No, that was there until
What are you, a
Richard-
temporary celebrity? That
We had a
stinks.
falling out over there.
It was
and,
the-
I ate one of the parrots.
That's
I
what
have
Dr.
a question for Dr. Joe.
Yes,
Did-
go
what,
ahead.
excuse me, Autumn Fisher in the back row.
Yes, I can recognize her.
You in the car.
Yes.
Yeah,
Me,
yes.
I'm in the car.
Yes, you have a question for Dr. Joe.
I do. I have been trying to eat more quinoa, and the only thing I know what to do with it is to put like tomato and red onion and cucumber and feta in it, and maybe like a little salad dressing or something.
Excellent
But I
choice.
don't know how to make it. Thank you. But I don't know how to make it taste any better than.
You could do it
with
to
other
By the
Yes.
way, in the midst of all that, I loved the thank you. that was just kind of tossed in there.
Yes.
I don't know what you said to her, but she was like, "Oh, thank you."
He approved of what I had put in the salad.
approve.
Or in the quinoa.
And the reason I'm bringing it up is I didn't hear
Thank
you. I didn't hear you say you're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Well, I was raised in New Jersey. I have no
Okay,
manners.
all right,
Yeah,
all right.
A tahini salad dressing would go good. You can use it in a soup. You can use it over stir-fried vegetables instead of rice.
I don't know what that is.
What? Quinoa? Tahini?
It's an ancient
I don't even know what
grain.
quinoa is.
Oh, quinoa.
I can always hear it. Quinoa. What is it?
It's
Quinoa. It's an
a
ancient
seed,
grain.
actually. Yeah.
Sounds like something I wouldn't like.
You might.
You might.
Try
I
and
don't
spell
like
it.
flax. Is it like flax? I don't
No,
like
it's not
flax.
like flax.
Flax tastes like fish.
Flaxseed is
No,
terrible.
it's kind of like a rice substitute, right?
All
Quinoa?
right, I like
Yeah.
rice.
Okay,
I hear white rice is terrible for you.
It's actually better than brown rice, less arsenic.
What?
Yes.
Get
Less
I heard
arsenic.
exactly
lies.
the
Less
opposite.
arsenic, more filling.
That's right.
People, excuse me, this is not normal. See, I'm holding up. I don't want kids to be listening
The
to this.
lowest
thinking,
amount of arsenic is California organic rice, white rice.
Does it taste okay?
What? White rice?
It's rice.
No, I don't know.
Oh, quinoa. Quinoa tastes fine.
What
Absolutely.
is, okay, so
Quinoa
it's
tastes fine. It's a little bit more like it's not
say
like
it.
if you just
Say
had
it's
plain,
pungent. Say it's
No,
pungent.
it's not. It's not pungent. It's like if you had plain white rice.
Mhm.
That's plain white rice with nothing is a little bit like
That's what I
better
like.
than just
That's what-
plain quinoa.
And it has
You
a
know what I
good
mean? So, like,
mouthfeel, too.
Huh?
Quinoa's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it has a good mouthfeel.
Oh, I
when you
mean, it
chew
doesn't. It's not all.
It's not
you know,
sticky
like,
and
mealy
mushy.
or
It's not
something.
gruely or anything.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
There
It
you
is
go.
good. But I'm just trying to figure out like.
I just
what
want to keep
do
this
with it.
conversation going because people listening are like, "Who is that? I thought this guy was smart. He doesn't know what quinoa is."
I
You
know, God.
Am I actually listening to people explain to a grown man what?
We can take you to R. Thomas and we can have quinoa. So there you go.
I'm sorry, Autumn. You were asking.
Yeah. So stir-fried veggie soup, salad, any type of salad dressing, really. Just mix it up and.
Or on
have
its
like-
side with butter and salt and pepper on it.
That would work too.
Ooh,
There you
okay.
go.
All right, look, we got to go to traffic.
Wow.
More
Trying to get more protein and some roughage and stuff.
and more quinoa recipes when we get back. You know, it's the last hour. It's all it's quinoa Wednesday. Alex Williams says there's a stalled big rig on 75 in Cobb County.
Two heroes have pulled up with this one, Eric. 75 southbound, right at the ramps to I-285, exit 259. It's smack dab in the center lane, so that is adding to the delays as you come down from South Marietta Parkway. If you're traveling 285 east or southbound, the inner loop of the perimeter, you're slow from Ashford Dunwoody Road, making your way down past Highway 78. 285 westbound's cleaning up between Sandy Springs and the I-75, 285 interchange in Cobb County, but we have found some new trouble on 285 southbound down towards the airport, Kobe Dawkins.
And that's correct. It's on the exit 2, Camp Creek Parkway exit 2. Crash knocking out one right lane, so use caution getting to Camp Creek Parkway. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The morning rush hour, the evening rush hour, and everything in between.
Slow spots are starting to build up the east side perimeter on 285 North.
Tune in 24/7 with the Triple Team Traffic
We've
Center.
had several breakdowns, including one in the express lane.
Your source for Atlanta's traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
If your home shows any sign of foundation issues like cracking exteriors, bowed walls, or sticking windows, your house may have a foundation problem. AquaGuard Foundation Solutions is here to help you. Schedule your free inspection at aquaguard.net now. Foundation issues? Remember, AquaGuard.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
At Superior Pro, we use the highest quality materials and the best techniques in windows, siding, painting, doors, and more. Visit SuperiorPro.com.
Superior Pro, the pros.
Not everything in life comes with a guarantee, but with NG Turf, get premium local farm fresh sod right now that comes with a spring green up guarantee. Family owned and operated, NG Turf is the only grower to consider. Get your sod from a certified turf professional at ngturf.com.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or CVS. That's new, NORDICUSA.com or CVS.
Dr. Joe, is it true that if I pull out some hair and I eat it, it will then grow back on my head?
That is a old wives' tale.
Is it?
Yes.
Very old.
Very old.
So old, no one can remember the wife who ever told.
Yes, yes. Well, whose tale it came from?
That was Mildred.
Mildred, okay.
Oh, Millie.
Old
Millie.
Old Millie. Yes.
Call her Old Millie.
I saw Millie Bobby Brown. She grew up to a very attractive woman, didn't she?
We got nothing to say about that. Whatever she wants is fine with me.
She wears too much makeup.
All right, we don't need to hear anybody's opinion about anything having to do with Millie Bobby Brown.
She has a bubble around her.
Bobby Millie Brown.
And she's perfect.
She is, you know what? She's the apple of my eye. No matter how she aged. And you know what? You know what the thing is? I have made the decision, unlike you heathens, I have made the decision to grow with Millie Bobby Brown.
Ah, okay.
Because I'm better than you, and I'm enlightened.
Yes.
And it's important to me that everyone knows that.
Well, well, you're up there and we're down here. If people could see where we are,
The
we're
problem
actually.
is we have to reiterate that from time to
Yes,
time.
we have
We're
to
on the
look
radio.
up at
It's
you.
an audio
Yes.
medium. The audience may not know that right now, as we speak, I am at the highest level of this room. And there's a reason for that.
The pulpit.
Because I am better than anyone else.
Yes.
Because I have chosen to grow and age with Millie Bobby Brown rather than having some sort of thoughts or judgment that would in any way upset Millie Bobby Brown. Thank you. Thank you to me.
Bravo.
Thank you to me.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for this award. I appreciate it. I want to thank Autumn Fisher for just being there.
Yes.
Yeah, so, see him. I like to thank. No. I just have a few others.
The Oscars is brought to you by Pfizer.
Chuck Mangione, I love you. All right. What's our next Wellness Wednesday?
Well, we haven't gotten to a single one yet.
What?
Yeah, not a single one. We played an open mic.
Did we do a thing about flaxseed?
No. We haven't done a single one yet.
Oh, they can reach me through my website, drjoe.com.
To have the lunch.
Oh, what do you? Oh, okay, yeah, you guys work it out. We got nothing to do with it.
There you go. All right.
You need a chaperone? No, we're not doing. We got nothing to do with it. It's a personal date.
That's it. If
between,
you come though, Tim, you got to eat something healthy. You know,
just a couple of vegans out.
Vegan around.
Just vegan around. Stop vegan around. Get something done.
Can we go to Five Guys?
Five Guys, yes. I think the potato. I'm maybe sure the potatoes are vegan there. I don't know.
No, that's his OnlyFans page.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. There's got the nanny on the drums and a full orchestra. It's amazing. It's an amazing sight to behold. Okay, yes.
Where are we?
There are two stories that might be helpful to each other here. Number one is a study that was published in The Lancet. They have found
That's medical, right?
That's medical. It's legit.
And they have found that over 50% of adults may be obese by 2050, but there is good news here. There is an exercise pill that might be coming out in the next couple of years.
So you won't have to show any willpower whatsoever.
Exactly.
Right.
You can
Take
just
this
take a
exercise
pill,
yeah.
and then you can eat as horribly as you want.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Tim's in.
It's just all you have to do is eat Doritos all day and just take this pill at
Yes.
night, and you'll wake up skinny.
Eat
the
smoke.
next day.
Eat smoke and take the pill.
You know, Autumn, she's trying to do it the organic way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's right.
She wouldn't
I'm off the Manjaro.
That's right. You got to take that pill if it comes out.
Heck yeah.
They gave this pill SLUPP332.
Oh yeah, the
to
sloppy,
mice.
it's 32. Sloppy 32.
They gave it to mice, and they actually showed the mice with bigger muscles and
yeah,
muscle.
Yeah.
Think I'm not gonna get the cheese off this trap? Watch me.
Bend it, yeah. Little mighty mouses.
Bring the cat over here.
So on one hand, we're supposed to be obese by 2050.
No,
but
that's
if
the.
this,
By the way, that's the news here.
if this pill comes out,
ifs and buts were something and nuts.
Candy and
Yeah, we'd all have. If candy were nuts, we'd all be insane. Something like
We
that.
won't be
We'd
obese
all have
because of
chickens before they
That's
hatch.
right.
Maybe kids and stuff could exercise more and eat better food.
Thank you, RFK Jr.
I think RFK
But
Jr. would like
the important
SLUPP.
part. The important part here is the beginning. Just say the beginning of the headline again.
Okay, study from The Lancet has found that over 50% of adults may be obese by 2050.
That's the headline.
That's it.
But because the first part is already here. The second part is we may have a pill down the line. The headline is that by 2050, half of the adults in this country, I guess, in this country will be obese. And even though we know that maybe the way that they collaborate that, the way that they calibrate that, it maybe is a little iffy. But still, if you get to 50%, there's a problem.
Yes.
You agree?
I agree. I think we have a problem now.
Yes.
It's going to get worse.
Well, RFK Jr. probably thinks it's the way that we, I look back now. RFK Jr.
What?
I look back now when I was a child, and I think of the adult world really did not protect me because it was cartoons with cartoon Sugar Smacks and the cartoon Fruit Loops and the whole. When I was a kid, Ronald McDonald had a whole ongoing story, and they actually did it. Like, unlike us, like we always say we're going to do the story and we never do.
Yeah.
Like the McDonald's commercials would pick up a story and the whole town and the burglar and everything. It's like Hamburglar. It was not a good thing to do to 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old minds to try to get them hooked on some of the most delicious cereals anybody has ever
it wasn't
tasted.
high fructose corn syrup and red dyes either.
Yeah,
It was real sugar and natural dye.
Yes.
It was?
Yes.
Yeah,
It
when we
still
were
wasn't
kids.
good for you.
No, it wasn't good
I
for
like
you.
this idea that feeding your children tons of real sugar is healthy.
You guys just
That's why they put the banana next to it and the glass of orange juice.
Oh, yeah. So what is the hardest?
Part of this nutritious breakfast.
breakfast.
See, in the modern commercials, what's going to happen is in the next couple of years is you'll have the bowl of cereal, and then kids, here are the pills next to it.
There you go.
And it'll offset.
You know what? Take the pill first. Wash it down with the Cookie Crisp. Alex Williams says it's a slow ride through downtown.
Didn't get much rain in the Midtown downtown area recently, Eric, but we are still seeing the brake lights. They're in full force heading southbound. 85 South jams in just below the merge with Georgia 400. 75 South, you're jamming in right around Northside Drive, and the brake light battle continues. 75, 85 southbound from 17th Street down to I-20. Northbound, you're slow from University Avenue, but improving once you get north of Freedom Parkway. And still watching that crash, blocking the right side of the 285 southbound outer loop ramp to Camp Creek Parkway exit 2. How we doing with that stalled tractor trailer on I-75 in Cobb, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 75 southbound, that stall does still remain. 75 south at I-285, exit 259. It's knocking out one center lane, so pack some patience, or you can avoid by taking Highway 41 as an alternate. And northbound rides, they're slow, starting at Delk Road, getting to Chastain Road. From the Cool Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. With thousands of 5-star reviews, you can trust us to bring happiness home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Window Nation customers have been singing our praises for years. With fast, local service and an industry-leading 96% customer satisfaction rating, it's no wonder.
I researched window companies for the last year to see what the average prices were and the quality of work. Window Nation nailed both.
Get 2 windows free with every 2 you buy. Pay no interest for 2 full years. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Schedule a free estimate now. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. That's 866-90-NATION.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, a new effort in Fulton County to help federal workers who are victims of job cuts.
Some people are hurting.
From attorneys to engineers, corrections officers to technology pros. Fulton County Commission Chairman Rob Pitts says the county is hanging out the Help Wanted sign for former federal workers to fill 800 vacant jobs.
They must be a resident of Fulton County. They must meet the qualifications of the job. And if they do so, they will be guaranteed an interview here.
Pitts says with so many federal offices here, there are likely at least 2,000 county residents affected. He urges other government and private employers to dip into that pool, too.
These are experienced people, they're qualified people, and they're very professional people.
Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Some fired CDC workers are getting their jobs back after public pressure from Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock. He went to the Senate floor last month to defend the life-saving work they do at the Atlanta-based CDC.
Where in the world would we be without the CDC?
Warnock says today's announcement is welcome relief, but he says until all fired CDC employees are restored, our country's public health and national security will continue to be at risk. 48 degrees in Atlanta with some spotty showers in the metro area at this hour. After a chilly start tomorrow, we'll get into the mid-50s. What about the next rain chance? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. The state Senate votes tomorrow on a bill that would pull funding from public schools that push diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
SB 120 is a necessary step to restore academic excellence and fairness in our colleges.
Senator Marty Harbin is the bill's sponsor. Senate Minority Leader Harold Jones says it'll set back efforts to bring equality to education.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion brings people together.
The Trump administration has also threatened to pull federal funding for schools that push DEI. And now a WSB Money update. After 2 days of sharp losses, Wall Street rebounds today. It comes after President Trump announces a 1-month exemption on some tariffs. Reporter Jeff Gilbert says it's designed to help the auto industry.
This coming after a discussion between the president and leaders of Ford, GM, and Stellantis. This gives car makers a little bit of breathing room, but does not remove uncertainty. Tariffs have the potential to add significantly to car makers' costs, something that could be passed on to consumers.
The Dow closes the day up more than 480 points. S&P and NASDAQ are up more than 1% on the day. A new health care option for people in Sandy Springs.
The new community paramedicine program can help residents with chronic disease and medication management, wellness checks, and health screenings. Community paramedic Paul Long says there is a need.
A lot of our citizens, particularly seniors and sometimes our socioeconomically challenged citizens, have a hard time getting connected to the health care that they need.
Long says they can take low priority calls over from 911 or they can be reached directly online. They hope to expand the program in the future. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia Democratic Congresswoman Lucy McBath plans to run for governor next year. She's filed the paperwork to explore a run by launching an exploratory committee. It allows her to start raising campaign cash. Governor Brian Kemp is in his final term. Attorney General Chris Carr is the only Republican to announce so far he is running in the 2026 race for governor. There's concern about the rising number of pedestrians killed by cars in one metro county.
Propel ATL looked at 3 counties and found the number of pedestrians killed by cars is down in Fulton and Clayton, but in DeKalb,
we were very shocked to see the rise in pedestrian fatalities, 40% over a 1-year time frame.
Propel ATL head Rebecca Cerna says the big reason:
there are many roads in DeKalb County that are 6-7 lane, basically highways, and yet they have transit service on them.
Cerna says the answer is fewer traffic lanes, wider sidewalks, and more bus lanes. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 6:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic starts with Alex Williams.
Hero units are on the scene here in Cobb County. They're working to try to get this stalled tractor trailer out of the center lane, 75 southbound, right at the ramps to I-285 exit 259. It's keeping the ride slow, though. Not terribly, but you will see the brake lights back toward Delk Road exit 261. If you're traveling 400 northbound, making the drive through Sandy Springs, just a little bit of volume from Abernathy Road up to Northridge. Then you've improved greatly between Roswell, Alpharetta, and Cumming. 85 northbound out at the cabin in Gwinnett County, still seeing some delays, but that's getting better as well. Toughest part of that's going to be Chamblee Tucker up to Jimmy Carter Boulevard. It remains sluggish for the ride up into Duluth. How are we looking on I-20, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, slight tap of the brakes leaving the city, heading towards Douglasville, 20 westbound, a little slow from Riverside Parkway getting to Lee Road, and over into DeKalb County, 20 eastbound, on and off the brakes from I-285 past Panola Road. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clouds moving out, chilly air moving in. Temperatures falling to the low to mid-30s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, high 55. Another cold start for Friday with morning lows in the upper 30s. Friday afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-60s. Mostly cloudy for this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, morning lows in the upper 40s, daytime highs in the upper 50s, low 60s, with a few hit-or-miss rain showers throughout the course of Saturday and Sunday.
Storm Tracker radar showing a few spotty rain showers around metro Atlanta this evening. 48 right down Midtown Atlanta, 44 in Dunwoody, and 48 in Peachtree City. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, y'all. Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. And I'm not going to cry in this commercial, I hope. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I am so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. It's all because of the incredible caregivers who came to see them every day. I am so grateful to Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company that vets and hires every single one of their caregiving specialists. They don't have contractors. They're not some national corporation. They are simply the best here in Georgia. And a lot of you have asked me about my journey and if home care is right for your aging parents. I'll tell you what I tell them. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
How easy is it to save energy and money in 30 seconds? Let's count the ways. Power down unused devices. Swap out traditional bulbs for LEDs. Adjust your thermostat for the season. Change your air filter. Move furniture away from your vents. And turn off the lights when you leave a room. Georgia Power's more than just your power company. We're your saving sidekick. Get started at georgiapower.com/energy efficiency today. Ready, set, save.
Motorcycle riders are a different breed and they need a different type of attorney. SteelHorseLaw.com.
Dramatically improve the look of your home and make your neighbors say wow with a new garage door. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Replace that ugly, outdated garage door with a beautiful, modern, energy-efficient door that will add to your home's value and curb appeal. At All Four Seasons, we offer fast service, affordable prices, and a huge selection of styles, colors, and custom features. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Yeah, that's gonna be my first question, Jerry.
What's in it for me?
What are you gonna? No. What are you gonna do for me?
Yeah. What have you done for me lately?
You gonna slam the door closed behind you?
Oh yeah, with my foot.
Real classy.
All right. We are here in the middle of Wellness Wednesday with the veteran Dr. Joe. Venerant.
Very nice.
People,
that's a big word.
We've already used the word of the day, by the way, haven't we?
We did.
Right in the first
Just want to make
segment.
sure. That's right. Yeah.
Which, in case people are still playing along.
Amphigory.
Amphigory. You know what that is?
I don't know.
Amphigory?
No.
Amphigory is when it's like in a poem or in a play or something where they use nonsense that sounds like English, but it's not real English. What was the example that we thought of earlier?
I said Pompatus of Love.
Yes.
Oh, yes. There you go.
It's that, and what that is
Amphigory.
Amphigory.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Listen.
Not to be confused with
Alabama.
Yeah. That's a state that borders Georgia.
Somewhere in the South that borders the Gulf of America.
Nobody's ever heard of it. All right. What's the next Wellness Wednesday story?
From the Free Press Journal, cockroach milk is 3 times more nutritious than cow milk in a surprising new study.
Of course it is. We should all be drinking cockroach milk, which
I
I don't even. Can they do? Do they even? Can you milk a cockroach, or is this to grind them all up and turn them into milk?
Well, they said
And
it's
you like squeeze their.
Yeah,
those little
because
udders.
there's that white stuff that comes out when you smash them on the floor. It's not that. That
That's-
would make good cottage cheese.
That is called roach squeezins.
Is this Patrick Mahomes?
No, it's not Patrick Mahomes. It is Bill Gates.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yes.
And I think this will help a lot of poor people have access to milk. I'll still be drinking cow's milk because it's better for you. And it's grass fed.
This is better.
And I own it. Well, yeah, okay, sure. But you poor people need to eat the bugs.
And by poor people, you mean anyone that's not
anybody that's not me or on my level of wealth.
Okay, so
wow!
You're gonna keep drinking the cow's milk.
Oh yeah, the elite people will still eat beef and drink cow's milk, but the rest of you, well, not this vegan guy, but you will drink the cockroach milk. You will eat the mealworms.
I don't know as a vegan, could you drink cockroach
I'm
milk?
an animal. No, it's from an animal, so I wouldn't do it under my definition.
I thought insects were different than animals.
They don't have souls.
No, they're animals.
Yeah.
I mean, I just thought they were different. Though.
They're a different genus.
They're like little machines. I don't count them as animals. To me, an animal is different than that.
Like a cow.
Yeah, but even an alligator or a reptile, I think of. But just like insects, they're just like little machines. You ever watch carpenter bees? I mean, they're just like they're just
they have
machines.
one job.
Just,
Drill a hole in wood.
Drill hole.
Hey, go away. Die.
They're one job.
That's a simple life.
And they're so like meaty.
Yeah.
Like you can't kill them like other bees. Like if you kill a carpenter bee, you feel like you killed a person.
Kill something big.
Yeah,
like a rat or something.
Well, they don't sting. Why would you kill it?
Well, because
drilling in your house.
Drilling your house, and also, how about you're just tired of them just buzzing around your head for 4 hours?
You don't know any better.
Could literally bat them away with your hand.
They're spies. I know it. They are actually cameras sent from the federal government to spy on me. Look at the way they kind of hang there, just looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing? Are you wood?
Yeah.
I'm going to lay an egg in you.
That's your old pickup line, actually.
I'm going to lay an egg in you, baby.
Cockroach milk. All right,
Yes.
I guess it's
Well, what they
everybody's
said,
favorite.
you can't get a lot of cockroach milk. So what they would do is take
Can
a
you
little...
get a strawberry version of it? Strawberry
like a
cockroach
quick?
milk? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cockroach
quick. What would that be called?
Cockroach quick.
A little alliteration for you.
Quick roach.
Quick roach. There you go.
Strawberry flavored quick roach. Come on, kids.
Silly rabbit.
Now, they said you could get a little bit of it, and then they could genetically modify it or bioengineer it. And
yay.
So it's synthetic.
It'll be synthetic when, when it
they're
comes
not
to
going to
market.
be milking. You know, with this AI, we may need to put a lot of people to work. So milking cockroaches might be a good idea.
Great job.
Yes.
Comes with benefits and everything.
Oh my God! Come back home.
Oh, my back is killing me from squatting
Another 8
down.
hours. Another 8 hours. Milking cockroaches.
You think of your
well,
fingers.
it pays the bills.
Think of your fingers. You'd be.
Yeah.
Well, come on. We have machines.
Somebody has to operate the machine.
My job is
collect
just
it.
to belt them down.
Yes. So they don't run away.
And hook.
You take off their legs.
Hook the little suction cups on it. Yeah.
Well, listen, people are going to need work.
Exactly.
It's high in protein.
You
it's
have
high
a
in
you have a
nutrients.
department that has to catch the cockroaches, and the others that have to clean them, and then the other ones milk them.
Yep.
And then the other ones dispose of the
But we can't
bodies.
hire anybody new now, so we can't start this anytime soon. So
You
government.
think, you think it'll catch
No,
up
it's not
to,
a government
It's
thing.
gonna
That's
be
a private thing.
Oh, we're going privatize.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think
Yeah.
it'll catch up to the fake meat in popularity? Maybe surpass it?
Yeah, could anything be as popular as the fake meat?
Oh, people love
Must have been like 10 years ago we were told that story.
Yeah.
Oh, people love this stuff.
Beyond Meat.
And I had friends who were vegans who ate it, and I was like, how is it? Meh.
Yeah.
I knew nothing. I knew in my own anecdotal research with friends, if vegans are telling me it's not very good, what are the chances you're going to get,
Yeah.
a Tex
The meat
who
eaters.
goes to a barbecue restaurant once a week? Not going to happen.
Yeah. I'll be honest.
That was a
I've had them.
stereotype, Joe.
I appreciate that. I'm
Tex.
fit right in there. Yes.
That's wrong.
Yes.
I apologize to all
People
big
from New
red-blooded American guys
Yes.
who are a little overweight. I apologize. You don't.
Eating their beef.
I'm painting with a broad
Everyone's
brush.
going to Texas Roadhouse is going to be very upset
I know,
with you.
I know.
Very upset with what you just said there, Eric.
Jackfruit barbecue and
But it was supposed to be all the rage, and then we found out it's not. It's
Yeah.
worse for you than regular meat.
I don't know if it's worse, but
It's ultra processed.
Yes, it
you got to
doesn't taste good.
process it.
Yes.
So I mean, you can't. So you're putting out like a bacon-like kind
Right,
of
yes. Mm-hmm.
product, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's worse, but it certainly isn't good. So.
Listen.
And it doesn't taste good either. I'll be honest. I'm a vegan. It's not that good.
Listen, can I ask you a question? We were talking about this in the break.
Sure.
So you can actually remember the last barbecue you had in 1986, which tells me you are kind of would like to have a little bit
December
more.
25th, 1986. Wasn't barbecue. It was spare ribs in a red sauce. Being Italian family.
And you still dream of this.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. What's the average lifespan? Is it like 74 for men, 76 for
something
women,
like
something like
that,
that?
yeah. Mhm.
So if you get to say 77,
right?
Now you're past the average of both men and women.
Mm-hmm.
How about would you think? Okay, now I'm in overtime, and just like go back
What
and
do I
eat
care now? At this
anything you
point?
want.
Right,
Oh, You're not
exactly.
going to live forever.
Yeah, right. So what the heck?
I think you should do. You obviously, man, if you can still. You told me during the break you can still taste those spare
I
ribs.
still remember them.
From
yes,
1986.
Yes, the costochondral cartilage that I
Yeah.
bit off and
Good
chewed
taste,
on
right?
that.
Good taste.
So
Not
come
a bad
on,
taste. Okay.
commit to it. If you make it to
You think so?
77,
Okay.
you got to consider yourself. Well, this is just I'm in overtime now.
All right, right here on the Von Hessler Doctrine.
That's right.
That's
Commitment
only
is
2
made.
years from now. So
All right, what's going on with traffic?
Well, let's see where Alex Williams is. There he is.
Alex Williams, there he is. He doesn't see dead people. Alex Williams sees brake lights on 75 through Marietta.
Seeing those indeed, Eric, and it's all been due to the stalled tractor trailer. Right now, they're holding about 3 right lanes as they try to get this off to the right. 75 southbound at I-285, exit 259. That's why you're slowing back at South Marietta Parkway. Now on 285, east and southbound, the inner loop, that ride continues to improve. Only seeing the brake lights now in DeKalb County from Chamblee, Dunwoody over to I-85, then much better as you head south into Tucker and Clarkston. Earlier crash we had 285 southbound, the outer loop on the exit ramp to Camp Creek Parkway exit 2. They have gotten that crash off to the side. Any improvement through downtown Atlanta, Kobe Dawkins?
Not really. 7585 northbound, those brake lights continue to pack in at University Ave 2, 10th Street, and southbound rides, you are jammed before the downtown merge getting to I-20. Traffic brought to you by Georgia United Credit Union. Georgia United Credit Union has cooked up something special, a 15-month limited-time CD with an incredible 4.25% APY. Turn your dough into more dough by visiting gucu.org/CD today. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, WSB is looking for a home for goldfish. Chris Chandler here from Atlanta's Morning News. He is our dog of the month. With Paws in Atlanta, we're looking for Goldfish's new family. He's about 3, loved a good belly rub when we met him here, cuddling and curious. Meet him at WSBRadio.com/dog. Our sponsor, Finley Roofing, pays the adoption fee. WSBRadio.com/dog.
Got a leaky pipe? Ace Hardware Home Services is around the corner with everything you need to fix it, including the expert to do the fixing. Heating or cooling issue? We've got a trusted pro for that, too. We're not just the helpful hardware folks. We're the helpful home service and repair folks, too. From plumbing to heating and cooling, the licensed and insured experts at Ace Hardware Home Services are ready to keep your home running smoothly all year long. Get help today at aceHardwareHomeservices.com.
Broken tent, magazines, old honey jars. Spring cleaning is a time to get organized. Kick your spring cleaning into gear and save when you choose Scana Energy as your natural gas provider. They have options for every family. Right now, you can even get up to $100 when you sign up. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/100 for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-935-6077. 800-935-6077. 800-935-6077.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
All right, Dr. Joe. I know you're still here, but we have a few pieces of audio from Trump's speech last night. Trumpus Bumpus.
Trumpus. That's my Latin name. Emperor Trumpus.
I want to make sure we get these in. You can join us for these.
Thank you.
That's a couple of health ones, too.
Are there a couple of health ones?
With the RFK Jr. and then the Social Security.
Okay, so you can start with RFK Jr. Just bring in the whole thing about with his last name. You'd think that,
130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age over 160 years old.
Those are the vegans.
We have a healthier country than I thought, Bobby.
Lots of applause there.
Yeah. Oh, I thought something was
I
going
thought
to come
something
after
was
it.
coming to. That's a lot of applause.
So
there.
after that is when he says, "You'd think with a last name like Kennedy, the
You'd be
people over here will be
clapping.
they forget so fast, don't they?"
He keeps mentioning more people on those Social Security rolls after this.
And one person is listed at 360 years of age. More than 100 years. More than 100 years.
Somebody got a
older
big
than
laugh
our
there.
country.
What was the? So play it again. So somebody yells something, and it gets a huge laugh. it makes me think like even Republicans are laughing, but I didn't catch what it was.
And one person is listed at 360 years of age. More than 100 years.
Go Biden. Joe
More
Biden.
than
That's it.
100
That's Joe Biden.
in our
Okay.
country.
Okay.
Didn't they prove that wasn't true, or that?
No, there's actually what's going on. I don't know about the specifics of all these, but apparently what's behind a lot of this is, so when you die, there's a registry of deaths on a daily basis, and it's updated, and the it's done state by state, and because it would take a little bit of doing, Social Security actually has to pay all 50 states to provide them with this stuff. Now, apparently, is it Social Security? It's one of the departments. One department, I don't know which one it is, I'm sorry, but one department pays and gets this information, but they're not allowed to share it with anybody else in the government. So apparently a lot of this stuff, it's just like you don't know that somebody has died. There's one, I don't know if we can find out before we go off the air, George, but there's one department that actually gets this information, and it's been against the rules. Now, I think for the last 2 or 3 years, they've had a pilot program. This is how, in order to get people, in order to make it so that, which is a no-brainer, hey, if one department of the government is getting a true reflection of who's died today in America, then they should be able to share it with all the other departments. Just trying to get that through Congress, they had to agree to do a 3-year pilot program.
Wow.
So there are people who are like, oh, well, let's see how this works out first.
I guarantee you it's probably an ear note in one of those bills, too, like tucked in with like a bunch of things to get that pilot program through.
Were you able to find it, George? I know it's a weird search to find. But
Department of Health and Human Services?
Yes, I believe that
there's a National Center for Health Statistics.
One of these departments actually gets the actual thing. I don't know if it's weekly. I don't know how they do